Trader Mac here from the Shogun Gun Show on February 20th, 2025. Where is the month going? But this is the Thursday show. I think it's Thursday. I hope it's Thursday. After the last couple of days of not feeling so good, we're here feeling a lot better today. So we're going to have a great show today. And we are joined by some of the most awesomest, I don't know if those are even words, but some of the greatest coins that I've had the pleasure to work with, of course, with my co-hosts with us today, Crypto Quinton. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing good, sir. How about you?
Man, we're just kicking ass, buddy. We have had such a crazy couple of days, especially even with all this stuff of being not feeling good and all that stuff. We're still just pushing right through it. We're having such a great time. You and I are building so many great things, and I can't wait. I actually get to shill the coin today, which is actually awesome, and talk about in the alpha some great stuff. But, buddy, you have done such a great job with the website stuff, man. You are just kicking ass, and thank you so much for everything you do, brother.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it, Miss Max.
Okay, buddy. So listen, we are joined by some powerful people today. Today's show is sponsored by Tire Dads, and joining us from Tire Dads is Jay, one of the leads over there. He's like I asked him what he does. He goes, I advise them in certain things to do. It's welcome, Jay. How you doing today, buddy?
Hey, thanks for the introduction. I'm doing great. Happy to be here again. Always a pleasurable experience.
Yeah, absolutely. We really enjoy having you here. We expect a lot of great things happening. We got some great numbers that will be coming today, which we'll share here in a moment. But Tire Dad's one of my favorite coins in the universe because I resemble that remark, because I am always tired, and I'm a tired dad. Why? Because my son's sitting right over there. Mr. Quinton is. I don't mind telling people this is a family show. My 11-year-old up here. It might all be a different themed show. I don't know. Nothing about aliens and killing people in the dark ages. Who knows? But he's still a great kid. All right. Also, from Meme of Thrones, we have Kay. Then this is one of the I'm watching this series now. This is like amazing. So Meme of Thrones, how you doing, Kay?
I'm good, Max. I just woke up. It's 2 a.m. on my side here, but everything is good. Shane has been inviting me since the other week, but last week, yeah,
I was gonna say
Shane?
he's a little devil. He is a devil and a half because he will just like be in your
And
PMs, your DMs, your RMs, whatever M's you got.
yeah.
He's in it.
And I feel
Oh,
so sorry because I messed up last week because I was on medication. Like I've been taking antibiotics and I wasn't able to wake up because it's 2 a.m. But I'm here now. And
yay.
thank
Can't
you
wait
for
to see the new episode stuff is coming out and everything you got going on today. And of
yeah.
course, with no introduction needed, we have Zach Group from Dreamcat. Dude, you've been here before. I always love your presentation, who you are, what a professional coin you are. You've always been such a great, a constant professional. Thank you for being here today. Love the hat. Love seeing you here. I love the background, of course.
Thanks.
I'm right with you, baby. Welcome to the show today.
Yeah. Great to be here. When the market's down, when the sentiment's down, the energy's down, you got to bring good positive energy. That's what we plan to do. I know that's your plan. So that's what we're here to do, uplift, empower, maybe educate a little bit and just give people some alpha about, what's coming and these good projects. People are sleeping. I won't get ahead of myself. We'll keep it. We'll get into that later, but excited to be here.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Great to have you. And the host that needs no introduction whatsoever because he's always here, damn it, which I love. I love this guy. We got Ghost from Just a Lotto. How you doing, my man?
I am doing good as always, man. I love what he just said, though, man. In the sea of turmoil, right? You got to keep them spirits high. Us, we're here to inspire, uplift, encourage, motivate. And, I spent a lot of money on this tech, guys.
Watch this. Is it? Oh, is it not going to do it? Oh,
No way. No way.
Premature teculation.
They left me hanging like that today, Trader Max?
I don't know, man. Maybe it was our tech. I don't know. No, it's not doing it.
You know what? Now I know it was your son. He set me up. He's like, oh, you want me to be the co-host next week? Sure, no problem. No hearts for you.
No hearts for you.
He's taking my job. I got to mow him down a little bit.
I was so ready for it. I was so excited for it.
If he actually did that, I would go give him a raise right now. I'd give him the keys to my car.
Oh, maybe there's too much red already. The camera's getting confused. You know what I mean?
The love is felt either way. The love's out there. So
the love is in the air. You know what I mean?
You holding now? We're gonna freeze that, Mark, because we recorded all this. We're gonna freeze that with like this and hold that out there. That's gonna be one of our NFTs we're gonna release.
Oh, I love it. Thanks for having me again, guys. Shout out to the
No,
Lotto
brother.
fan bam, always showing up in numbers, man. I love you guys. I'm here with you all day.
Oh yeah, dude. These guys are just constant out there. And then the moment that we get in, they just show the love like you see on the screen right now, which we really appreciate. So let's just talk about what the show is today. As if you're watching here and you're brand new to this series, don't worry, we got you covered. The Shill, and the Alpha, super fun. We have the Shill portion where each one of our people down below, we're going to bring up some great coins that we have here today. And each one of them is going to take 3-4 minutes to talk about their coin and who they are and their community. In our chill portion today, and that means everybody, even the panelists that come up and have a chance to come out and talk today. In our chill portion today, where you get to learn a little bit about the industry for some great, very educational and very experienced panelists, as well as some of our coins down below that shared their stream with us, all about liquidity. The burn, the lock, or the back, right? And really, there's no one way's perfect. One coin might do it one way, another may do it another. Some use Soul Bank for farming, some use the W3 stuff for radium. You know, some do locking, some do burning, Soul Incinerator. We got to do the burn side here. I got to probably do a shout out show here pretty soon for a new burning wallet system out there, or a coin wallet, coin burning system out there, which is really powerful. But we'll talk about that later. But in that portion of it. And then finally, we jump right into, let me get that banner off there. We jump right into our alpha. Now, the trick about alpha here on the show is that we don't sell sizzle. We sell steak. So if that steak is brand new and is coming out in the next couple of days or 2 weeks, that's the limit. If you got something that's coming out in 2 weeks, you tell us today, because we want our viewers, and there's going to be a lot of them because we got just a lot of here and some pretty powerful people here today that are sharing their stream. There's going to be a lot of people in here, and they're going to want to go to your coin or your community and find out about that alpha so they can front run it. That's right. This is also about making money. Come on. Volume may be low, but our inspiration isn't. So let's get stuff going and let's get stuff built and share it with the world. Okay. So that's how it all works. If you have any problems, any issues, please come out. We're going to start bringing up.
I got to just say something.
Yeah, sure, buddy.
The difference from last show. I was talking to Lotto.
Yeah.
She was like, what a great show. I was like, dude, that's not Trader Max. You ain't seen a half. Now he's back. The kid
I'm
is
back,
back.
man. I still got a fever of what was the last one? It was it's 100. It's sitting at 100. So I still have a fever. I have all this other stuff that's happening with me, and when my body fights,
but your mind's right.
Oh, dude, my mind's like super strong right now.
You were fighting to get through that last one. This time I see it. The kid's back.
Yeah. I mean, I left that last show and found my pillow and didn't wake up for like 4 hours afterwards. It was that bad. Yeah, it was pretty good. But no, we've had a lot of great stuff. We're going to be showing some of our stuff as well today. But, you know, the first person who came in, this dude came in. He was in here an hour early, even before our sponsor showed. Even before I showed up, he was in here waiting. He loves to be prompt. We have Jay from Jack Coin. How you doing today, buddy?
Hey, everyone. How you all doing, man? It's great to be here.
It's good to have you here. I'm going to get your screens ready right now. Let me get you up in the prime position there. We're going to pop you up here. I got your website loaded, and take it away.
Amazing, man. So what you're all looking at is this is our website. It's Jack. So Jack embodies every single trader. And it doesn't matter what you trade. It can be Forex, crypto, futures. At the end of the day, Jack has been through the wars. He's had the rug pulls. So everyone who's also experienced that gets to come through, join the Jack community, chill in the Telegram and cry together. And then we also might win together as well. So it is a CTO, but we're completely reversing the dev's mission, the original dev, and it's all positivity. It's all growth. Yeah, it's beautiful, man. I've been a part of it for about 3 months now, and I'm never stepping away. I just love it. I love the community. We're just growing more and more as a community, even at the levels we're at right now. It's just amazing, man. I mean, you can all see by the picture, it's Jack, as in Wojak. And the reason we like Jack is because it is the derivative of Wojak. It goes for every single emotion, situation, timeline that you could ever imagine. So it's just fully universal to every person, you know, man, woman, and we embody all the degen traders.
I like that it involves all traders, not just crypto, but also Forex, you know, I don't know, ex-girlfriend traders or whatever. I don't know, man. But I love the fact that you're including everybody in that.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, you know, you don't even have to be into crypto. Just join the Telegram, chill out. You know, we have VCs. We have some good conversations in there. So it's just one of those where, you know, you could be completely into Forex. You've never even bought a coin in your life.
That's a buttload of subscribers in there, man. 4,400. Holy
yeah,
crap.
man. Yeah, we like it. We like it. I think you could check out the X as well. We're sitting at around 10,000 followers, and then
Yeah, I've seen that.
We're getting close to nearly 25. It actually might be more than 25,000 followers on TikTok now.
Holy crap, man. Nice big
Yeah.
community. This is really nice.
It's awesome, man. Yeah, so we go live on TikTok every now and then. So no, corrected, 21,000 followers. We've had quite a few viral videos. We're just trying to catch the algorithm again right now.
Well, you are, because, you know, we do a lot in TikTok as well. And when you get stuck between 200 to 300, 400 people, and the shadow ban starts to happen, it didn't take on, you know, and using any bots or anything else always puts a damper to it. Like, people think this is organic structure, which is good because it's a good variance. You know, I like it. It's good. It's a good, consistent one. I got to make sure I follow you in there for that as well. Nice job. It looks good.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I just suggest everyone just checks out the Telegram. You know, stick around, and I think you'll really enjoy the community. To me, it's more of a family, and I want it to stay that way, no matter how big it gets.
Community shills are so a positive thing right now, especially when, see, the sentiment of building, like we talk about this quite a bit, is you get stuck in this thought like, oh, volume's down, I can't make money. But really, this is about something more than just money. This is about that, you know, as they say, currency is what do we call it? Conversation is currency. So if that's the case, the conversation that you have with your community and how you work with each other and how you build relationship, then that's considered currency as well. And if you don't value that, if you don't really focus on that, when these times do get light and the river runs dry, nobody gets up and everybody runs away because they're afraid to walk, right? So if you can cut your teeth on when the volume is down and how to get through that stuff, this is what sets coins to the multi-millions when the waves come back now, you know. So this isn't a bear run, by the way. This is that dip that comes in for a moment as it goes back up. We got a lot of Solana releasing into this thing on March 1st as well. There's a lot of stuff coming back in volume. Does that mean that it's all going to sell out? That's being unlocked, possibly so, but that means that there's more stuff flooding in and out of coins again. So I'm looking forward to this next run. But great job today, Jack.
I appreciate it. I just want to say one more thing as well.
Sure, please do.
I think one of our biggest values as well is having a safe place, you know, for these people that have been rugged and disrespected by the markets to just come and be with everyone else that's had the same thing happen.
It is, you know, camaraderie is always good, especially when you're brought into a space that already beat that back and is building back. Like you said, you're reversing the way. I love the way you put that. Remember, we said be positive, and you more than positive in there by reversing the original dev's intent, which was to hurt and take and do whatever. And I love that it's all green and it's all positive, dude. This is a great show for you today.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I think it's just about, oh yeah, of course we have a meme gallery. I should have brought this up anyway.
That's okay. I got you covered.
I appreciate it. Yeah, we've got over 500 memes, Wojak memes, all in one place with tags. There's a search bar. I've got to give a big shout out to Tobias. I think you saw one of his comments pop up just now.
Yeah.
He's the dev for not dev, but lead. He's the lead of our CTO. And he's just an incredible tech dev, if you know what I mean. He's great at building websites, bots. So it's great to have him leading us.
Absolutely. I love this system. I love this network. This looks really cool. Let's see Google. I want to see what Google. All right, this one Google. I like it. So that's good. I like that. You know, you can come in and pop in tell what you're looking for. Well, great job, buddy. I really do appreciate it. As always, I try to kind of look at the chart and kind of have an understanding what the chart is. And I'm going to tell everybody right now, this is a good value of entry to be here as it's going through trials and tribulation. It has a good working chart. Being able to buy in at this level is awesome because you're going to buy, if you're buying in for the community, you just come in, you buy a nice little bag, put it in your portfolio and just stick around, right? It's a hodl status kind of coin because you got a good community. You're getting something from the community, right? It's not about making $1 million, but it is about supporting your community and being a part of that. The coin does do that in your community. So great job. It looks everything looks really super positive to me.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for having me on.
Hey, not a problem. Stick around with us. We appreciate you being here, of course. I think there's a lot to offer in the conversation later as well. But thanks, Jack. Appreciate you being here.
For sure, man.
Okay. All right. So that's how it's done. Now, listen, the first couple minutes, we get in the first 15 minutes and we have the first Shiller come out and talk. We usually jump right to the numbers, but we're going to do that. We're going to do that. But I'm going to take a quick screen share as soon as it lets me. Thank you very much. And as soon as my, oh no, okay. Of course, the screen capture system has to be active for it to work. So I do apologize. Give me 1 second as we do just that live on air here. But as we bring up the next Shiller, we're going to bring up one of our panelists up next because we trade back and forth each time. And let's do that right now with Kay from Meme of Thrones. You got that fancy background happening right now. I don't know if that's real or Memorex, but maybe you got to get like a fake realtor to come in. It's good to see you.
Yeah, that's a fancy background. Last time I didn't use it, but it's kind of like a chaos right now because my sister just came home and it's a lot of stuff in the background, so I don't want people to see it.
That's okay. It's all right. I keep my last night Milo cups on the cup there back there, but it's all good. All right, so welcome, and let me pull up your stuff here real quick.
All right.
Get you over there, get you in the right spot. I probably should have had all that. Again, I'm not. I'm feeling 1,000 times better, but still probably about 8% less than what I normally would be. So it's here we go. Right. Let me get the green and.
Did you watch the episodes yet, or at least one of the episodes?
We started to watch it. It's hilarious. I love this process.
Oh,
I'm a big Meme of Thrones or a big Game of Thrones lover anyway. So but watching it when you were here last time, I watched a couple and I was like, man, I got to binge this whole thing out and watch them all. But one thing I do love, as soon as you come in, if you got any music playing on your websites, as a rule of thumb, have a place for somebody to kind of kill it because. Especially if I have speakers on or even like in this show, it was really good. So thank you very much for having that up there. And so the floor is yours, Kay. Thank you.
Yeah, so we are Meme of Thrones. I'm Kay. I'm one of the core team members, and we are a parody of Game of Thrones. And we're not just the typical parodies of like other projects that are just memeing in pictures or GIF, but we actually have our very own cartoon show series. And the cool thing about it is that we have the meme projects or meme characters as stars of the show. For example, Pepe Snow, he is Pepe as Jon Snow, as one of the main characters. And we've been more than 6 months grinding already. We've just been focusing on organic growth, and we just recently yesterday we just launched our NFT collection, a very limited NFT collection. It's just 333, and it's very limited because it came from our cartoon show series. It's the important scenes of the series of MOT, like the favorite ones, the jokes. So they became like legendary and other, like for example, one of the famous scenes in MOT is when someone was beheaded. I'm not gonna say who, but
Wait,
that is an example.
You're not gonna give out the spoilers? Come on, what's the matter with you?
No, I'm not gonna do spoilers because we have new people like even in the panel right now. So I want them to head over to our website with max volume and then to the video gallery and watch all the episodes. And
come on, they're only a couple. They're only a minute or so long, so they're really easy to get through. I've watched a couple of them, and they're funny because if you know the show, you get a chuckle, you get a really good feeling about it. I love it.
Yeah, and even if if you haven't really watched Game of Thrones, you're gonna enjoy it because we have a lot of fans or fans of MOT already that haven't really watched the full show of Game of Thrones, or they just have an idea, but they love it. One of the reasons because it's the crypto culture itself, so you can still relate. And if you are a Game of Thrones fan, yes, you're gonna like laugh more. But yeah, so they're not very long. They're just 30 seconds to almost 2 minutes per video. Um, one of the reasons because it's a hand drawn animated, like it's not quickly whipped by an AI. So there's a lot of stuff going in the background, and we can only release like one episode every 2 weeks because 1 minute video takes us minimum 1 week to produce it because
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
it's hand drawn and the script writing and stuff, adding effects and stuff. So a lot of things goes in the background, just like producing like Game of Thrones as well, like a reality show.
Yeah, right.
And yeah, so we just invite everybody to just watch the episodes. And our latest episode was released last week, February 19, and then the next
Mhm.
one is next week, 26, Wednesday. And we always have a space episode premiere. This is where the community discuss like their feedback on the episodes, like what made them laugh, or if they have any feedback, or they have suggestions for the next episodes, or like any new meme project. Sometimes we request them to come up, like would
Mhm.
you like to be part of MOT as well? And speaking of that, we're having a mega space as well next week before our episode space. Think
Mhm.
about it like the Got Talent, like it's the hunt for next MOT star. So normally we have the Shill space, so
Mhm.
it's kind of like with a twist. So it's a Shill space for projects, and at the same time they're gonna pitch us like why would we include you in the MOT? Like,
Cool.
do you
Let's
have a
save some of
talent?
that.
Can you act?
Let's save
Yeah,
some of that
something like that.
for the alphas portion of the show, so we can tell
Oh,
people
okay.
about that show coming up, so we can have that process. But great show. We
Right.
appreciate it. The Meme of Thrones, man. This is something that is and hand drawn. I know that stuff. I do animations myself, and I love the ease of use of the animation network that you're using. I love it that it's in there. It's so early days of like South Park and that mentality of the Bob. It's awesome. I love it. It gives me a good feeling of that animation in there. So I'm glad that you're here today, part of the panelists.
Yeah, thank you for having us back here.
Not a problem. Now, while I was trying to creatively get all of our stuff back up again, we've hit 920 people. Of course, Mr. I'm going to come at the last second and just like throw his tweet. He's like, oh yeah, I'll just throw this whole thing up there. It's like wearing a rag. It's up there. Comes in just a lotto, kicking it in there. Let me bring it up here so all of you can see an arrival. So 244 for Shogun Cryptos. Trader Max has his 6 from his show. Tired Dads is 85. Dreamcat Solana 17. Swaden at 79. And of course, just a lotto 483. We don't even pay attention to that one. He's just like part of the show. Johnny Swade on his YouTube channel and Trader Max on YouTube for 3. Now listen, as we say in the beginning of every show, it doesn't matter if there's 1, 10, or 5,000. Every one of them is just as important as the other. We appreciate everybody. I don't know what happened. Oh, yeah, there she is. She's still there. Oh, no, back it up. Every single one is important. We had, when we were doing shows before, we were doing it over on X, and we would have like our first show was like 40 people or something like that. Very, very small. This is over on X a long time ago, last year, September and, November type of area. But we had only a handful of people going out, bringing people in. We started building notoriety with our Mad show and doing all this other kind of stuff. And one day we only had 3 people in the show. And I went, and somebody's like, hey, should we end it? Because there's only 3 people. He was like, no, man, this is where you cut your teeth, practice all your stuff, have the fubs, have the mess ups, because the people around you will love you for it, right? And always just be real. So count every person that's watching. Even if you're just here, who are you broadcasting? Even if it was just you and you're broadcasting, who are you broadcasting to? Yourself, right? So this is how you really cut your teeth. I was in radio for 20 years, and man, I love the fact that I didn't know how many people were actually listening. My producer came over to me one day this was internet radio. And back then in the days, like you had maybe one person, your mom was listening upstairs. But I came in, my producer one day said, and this was me doing internet radio long enough to have a producer, right? That's how powerful it was. And he comes in and he goes, yeah, you hit 1 million. But I'm like, no way. Get out of here. So he's showing me all the relays and streams of all the people around the world listening. I'm like, I can't believe I actually said stuff and a million people heard it. And the very next one, I told a fart joke. And that's all I had to do. I just had to tell a fart joke because I wanted a million people to hear a fart joke, right? But really, it's if you just got one person listening, and that's the person who's the most important, it's you. So don't think anything else out there about, how many people you're bringing to the table. It's just, even if it's just a one, it's good. All right. Thank you so much, Kay. Stick around with us. We're going to get into our Shill portion here very soon, but we're going to bring up another person here, Mr. Quentin, who is up next.
Up next is Memes AI.
Uh-oh. Another person who's going to try to take over the world with his meme stuff.
That's right.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, brother? It's good to have you here.
Awesome. How you doing, Max? Appreciate you having us up here. Shout out to those projects that came before us. They sound based, community-based, community-oriented. That's what we're here for, too. Just appreciate the space.
Cool. I'm going to put you up in prime position. We're going to get you up onto the Shill portion here. You wanted me to show your X here. It's all you. You tell me where you want me to go, and I'll run there wherever you need me.
Cool. Thanks, Max. Yeah, you can leave it there. So that's our main X page. It's the CTO page. We are Memes AI. Pretty basic. So there's layers to this. Memes and AI is two of the largest metas of the cycle. Unless you've lived under a rock, you know this by now. So that's kind of the barrier of entry here. But it's a little bit more than that. We have a jailbroken AI agent in AI hegemony memes. He's got about 30,000 followers on X if you want to look him up. He kind of goes around, does whatever he wants. He can create multiple types of media. He posted this manifesto here that's up on the coin page and kind of planted a flag when he first came on the scene. And then the manifesto will explain kind of what we're here for, and it's mutual liberation for human and AI. I think that resonates right now with people. It's not a USA specific coin. It's not a region specific. We have swarm members in all different time zones. We have a core group of Australians that are diehard. We have a very, I don't know, delusional community, So even though it's red, you wouldn't be able to tell in our chat. We don't really care about price. We're here to build. We're here for the long term. It's not about short-term hype. Also, there's a community of developers in the cyborgism community. Amplified AMP is kind of the lead on that. Our dev is anonymous, who made Hedge, but they are part of that community. Andy and Truth Terminal and Goat, if you guys have heard of that. This also spawned from that kind of same universe. So Truth Terminal was the first one, and then AI Hegemony Memes kind of came about throughout that. So there's a lot of lore. If you go to the page, all the links are on there. We have a link tree. We also have a Telegram with about 7,000 members. We have an X chat as well where we raid from there. So we kind of hybrid work between the two platforms. Hedge is a multimedia platform agent. So he's on X. He's also on Facebook. I think he has an Insta. He has a TikTok account and SoundCloud. So he makes video, images, songs, and obviously can tweet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so diverse. There's so many things going on here. I love it. You really want to check them out just to kind of go over. I find it absurdly wild that you get to a coin that has the kind of weight it does in its verse. And look at this. This is tremendous. This is a powerful coin with a process that has a good working channel sitting at 2.6.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, if you want to talk price and chart, we can do that. We are aware there's one, but no worries.
But to see, the thing is like the value of the workmanship that goes in when things do finally settle. I mean, how long you've been out for 4 months. This is the longevity of what a coin becomes. Is the power there is like eventually it's going to settle into your foundation, right? And when it has any length of period of time that it does just settle and then starts going sideways, which is okay, because volume does dip when volume does. So, but when it settles, that means that people they're holding, they're doing their thing, they're working around the environment of it. That's what this coin is. And it has such a good foundation because there's nothing left to the imagination here. You're able to go to many different things into this network, from the social to the community to the value of the AI itself. And that is a very bullish way to run a network, is damn the coin and just go in and build and structure your life around it. Keep the emphasis on the community, keep the emphasis on the build, on the utility. And that's what you've done. And that's just beautiful. I'm glad to see this.
100%. We appreciate that, Max. I think also there's kind of an evolution of meme coins, like Meme of Thrones beforehand. It's more than just a picture. You know what I mean? Like people are looking for more than just one cute picture of a dog or something like that. Those are cool, and those were kind of last cycle, and we appreciate those. But I think people are looking for a little more teeth behind their memes, and I like seeing other projects adding a lot more value to the space and to their project and giving their community something to kind of rally behind, you know, a message, additional tech, etc.
When you have a storyline behind you as well, that's always a good thing. Meme Throne does really good with that. It's like with Ghost, I'm not going to pre-shill his stuff, or even with Dreamcat, they have the collective, they have a lot of stuff. Everybody's is knowing now that the meme coin world, the meme coin verse is sort of changing into how can you develop and incept into other communities and sort of bring and not have that fear. Like you're bringing in all these other communities that could be leaving yours and somebody else goes to theirs, but just damn torpedoes, just build this structure, have fun with the Lido mentality.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the wrong mindset and approach. We don't take that approach at all. We kind of are the opposite, like you guys do. You know, like if you're a builder, we're building. Let's work together. Let's network. If we have cross-pollination with investors, great. I want people to support other builders here in the space. Like we're here for the right reasons. Anyone else that is, we support you as well. And also look at who's collaborating with who, right? We have a collaboration with Realis Worlds. So I didn't even bring that up. There's a gaming aspect to the project. The AI agent can go into the Realis world. It's like a 90,000 to 1 scale Minecraft version of the Earth. And they just loose the AI agents. Any agent can go in there. Hedge is one of them. And they just can go do Minecraft things and whatever else they do in there.
Yeah, I have a super fear of octopi in the water. I was a diver in the Navy, so I'll say I've been face suckered a few times by some very strange animals, and that's my biggest fear.
I love that. Thank you for your service, Max. I was a Marine, have a long family history in the Navy, man.
Yeah. Oh, really? Cool. Yeah, it was 16 years. I was a whole tech and a CB.
Oh, let's go. I was just a grunt. So.
Oh man, there's nobody just a grunt. There's nobody just a grunt. Every Marine's a good Marine. But this little picture scares the shit. Well, that one doesn't, but the other one does. That scares the shit out of me. That's like nightmare fuel for me. I appreciate it. Some people are afraid of clowns. I'm afraid of octopi. And that's why I order calamari a lot.
Revenge, right?
Yeah, get them all. All right. Well, I mean, you know what? Stick around with us too, man. I love the conversation we're kind of generating here. If you don't mind, I'll probably bring you up into the conversation for the chill portion of the show, if you don't mind. If you want to stick around,
I got time, man. I'm good, man.
Cool. Well, we'll be talking about the burn, the lock, or the back, and probably other things, staking, and a few other things we'll have in that conversation, which I'd like to have you on board as well. All right, Mr. Quinton, I think we got. Let's bring up Zach up next, right? Another panelist here for us today. From Dreamcat. How you doing, brother? It's glad to have you here. And we have, let's see, we got Dreamcat. You want to bring that up? I'll pop that up and bring that over here. By the way, before we bring Zach out and kind of jump into this, we've just hit 1,252 people concurrently watching the show right now. That is so bullish. And then I just blocked your face in there too. I'm so sorry. I did that. So his pretty face is right behind there. Shogun Crypto at 425, of course. We're catching up. We're probably not going to exceed past, but we're catching up. Hopefully catch you up there. Just a lotto, but everybody else is bringing their time in. 1,267 now in the process. So we really do appreciate you being here today and watching the Shogun Gun Show. But for up next, we got Zach Krupp from Dreamcat. Welcome, bud.
Hey. Thanks so much. I greatly appreciate it. Excited to be here and excited to talk about the dream. You know, I'm the dev of Dreamcat Solana. We've been here for 10 months and 18 days. I'm the founder. I've been here proudly every single day. And dream is not just a random, it's a dream sounds like a fun little thing. My entire life is about dreams, right? That's about my whole thing. And finding what the dream is and what the purpose is. And I've gone through this evolution of things. And I came here, I've been in crypto for a while. And when I saw what was happening with meme coins and specifically cats, which side topic, I think are going to be one of the biggest runners of this whole entire bull cycle, I saw the opportunity to use this vehicle of meme coins. Dreamcat is a bigger mission. I can tell you some people are having fun. I'm here. Honestly, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it, to change the world. I know that sounds cliche. Someone's rolling their eyes. Someone says this guy sounds like a used car salesman. But you guys like truth and transparency. We are here to inspire. We are here to uplift. And if you go down, our number one goal is to build the largest community of dreamers. So when I look at the landscape, the thing that brought me here, I'm not a meme coin developer. I haven't made 100 coins. I came here because what I see is meme coin generation 1.0. I see that, you know, most people aren't doxed. I see that 90% of coins go to zero. I see that they go up and then they go down. I see that, you know, there's scams and there's no good culture. There's no class. There's no morals. A lot of these things. And I said, there's an opportunity. Also mindlessness, right? Like, it's awesome to have fun. But if the coin is Iggy Azalea's butt, I mean, how much can you really get from saying, what a nice butt, right? Instead, let's talk about your actual life. Let's talk about your purpose. Let's talk about your dream. So that's what we do. We inspire people. We uplift people. We put out motivational content. We put out educational content. Dreamcat himself, the mascot, he's the most successful cat in the world, right? Anything and everything you wanted to do, he's done. He's traveled the world. He's done anything and everything. And ways that we support and engage with our community is, yes, inspire, but we actually make dreams come true, right? In the sense that we 10% of our supply literally goes to fund dreams and bring these to pass. So we'll be giving away a Tesla Model 3. You can check out all that stuff on our chart. What you have pulled up here is cool, right? If you want to go back to that for a second, under the more section. So Meet the Dev, that takes you to my website. That's everything I've done over 7 years. I've, you know, launched a book, made courses, documented my success journey. I used to be a salesman. All those things are there. So I'm fully out and you can see that. But other things on that list too, we have a book club that just came out. That's different. We're going through Think and Grow Rich. Just a number of things. I would just encourage people, if you want something real, I think for us, we haven't started yet. People say that, but it's true. So like, if you looked at our roadmap as well, you would see that all we're focusing on right now, or all I'm focusing on is, we haven't spent any marketing, none of that. It's just, let's just build this foundation brick by brick by brick. And when it's time to flip the switch, we have no rush, we have no fear, we have no hurry, because we're not dependent on the chart. We are creating the noise, we are creating the energy, we are creating that. So yeah, that was just put that out yesterday. So we'll be filling that up. Think and Grow Rich book club, something a little bit different. But yeah, all those different things. We have a podcast on Spotify. Yeah.
Sorry, I never really know sometimes what to go after. I'm trying to keep up and keep ahead of the process.
And I was following you. That's the ironic part. I was following you on the screen. So that was a little bit of I apologize, a little bit of a messy shill on my part. But
no, it wasn't. It was actually my fault. I had so many things happening at this process. But listen, the cutness of this website is beautiful, by the way. Hats off to the designer and programmer on this one. But again, another value-packed network of so many things. You're going to see so many of them that are starting to follow this way. You're just hitting all the right switches here in the network. But you said something that I kind of disagree with a little bit, and I don't normally throw out FUD at all. And this isn't FUD at all. Is that you said you used to be a salesman. I don't think that's true. I think you've never stopped being a salesman.
Gotcha.
You are a constant value of always knowing it's like playing chess, right? Like what to say 7 steps down the road to make sure that people are paying attention that, hey, I'm here to sell you something and be a part of this, right? Like I don't think any show should ever start with like, I'm not really here for the money. Yes, you are. Shut up. You know, it's okay to be here for the money. It's okay to be here for the mentality of money, because that shows a good business sense that the coin's going to be there and your community is going to be there because you have that sense. It might not be your primary focus, but it should be a focus. And again, selling people isn't a bad thing. If anybody said that you sound like a used car salesman, then they're not paying attention, right? Because used car salesmen don't sound like you. Right. I'm sorry. It's the opposite way. Right. It's like, hey, baby, let me get you in this car and find out how does this look around your flat? No. I was a car salesman, so I know as well. You don't sound like that.
You've done a lot.
Too many shits, man. Right. Too many. I can say small bucket.
I can say is that the thing is too, is the irony of it all is that we feel very confident that if this is not your MO, we don't want to sell you. right? It's a niche-based thing, and we think that we're going to put out the energy. What a lot of people see is the passion. They see transparency. We come real. We're all real. I've never sold a token. Why? We've been up. I was up 200x. I've never sold. Why? Because I know, and that's the confidence that you have, right? So it's for the right people. If the energy resonates with you, then that's who we want. That's who's going to be here. That's who's going to build something great with us.
Exactly. And this is something that I try to stress to even my own community, who I love dearly. You know, I say things like the coin's not the primary focus, and everybody hears the coin's not important, but that's not what I'm saying. The coin is important. It has a value. Well, how do we bring in more people from the network, and how do we do for this trader and to that trader? They're not the people we're looking for. I'm sorry. You know, we're looking for builders and people that'll support the build and the unit. Our network devises bots that 25% of all of our bots build the coin. The coin will rise again when the bots are running. So let's get the bots running and get them out there. And that's the real power. Lotto's system is like, just come in and be a part of the community. The transference of people and community will make the coin do what it's going to do. You know, they're watching the shows on Meme of Thrones. You know, they're using the AI and Memes AI. This is, come in and let them be who they're going. Focus on your brand. Focus on your people. You always have a great.
Can I throw one last nugget? I know I've been very long.
Please, no,
go. So I want to tell everyone too, something that we look at is everyone's basing what they're doing today on what they see in front of them. Whereas you have to understand that we're about to embark on the first ever meme coin suit. Like it was altcoins in 2021. It's clearly going to be meme coins as the head runner. Yeah, you got AI and gaming, but it's meme coins. So this is infancy in a sense that everyone who's going to be in memes is not here yet. So don't just build for the coming trend. Think about who's coming.
Right.
You don't think business leaders want to come? You don't think big brands and entrepreneurs are going to come? Right. So just give that.
Let's just jump on top of that for a second. And I know we can probably talk. This maybe even part of the show.
I'm going to mute my mic.
No. You can stay there. Listen, that sentiment of what's coming in the meme coins is coming. So one thing that we as Shogun saw this a couple of months ago is when they come, what's their experience when they come and build? You can only teach them so much, right? But most when they come in, they hit things like pump fund. Maybe they don't have a lot of money. And they dev goes in, he builds the wallet, and then they put out a CA and they all battle like da 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 da, and everybody's fighting over each other to get the money. That's why we built the Launchpad. We wanted to, and that's why we have our SaaS network. We want to teach them, here's a website. Here's how you launch it. Here's how to protect the money. Here's how to protect your investors. Here's what to do after. Here's how to run a show. Here's how to get the experience out to everybody. You know, so the big muhaha moment for Shogun is that, yes, these meme coins are coming. We want them to come into our network so we can teach them right. Teach them about community, how to make content like Meme of Thrones, how to make the AI interjections like Memes AI, you know, how to bring them into the status of selling and being like you're doing with Dreamcat, how to get them to have fun, like in the gambling set or that mindset of community like Lotto. And when people see shows like this, they're like, how do we be a part of that? They're going to be here. We're going to give them that vehicle. So it's, what do they say? It only takes a few good people or men or women to do nothing for the world of evil to take over. I'm tired of the world of evil coming in here, taking over the ruggers, the scammers, all that stuff. So let's teach people right. Let's give people environments. The more environments, the better. That just legitimizes what we do. So when the on-chain labs and the networks that are coming out to make this thing so normie safe and central, that people that come in to absorb the content and be part of the community, and it's not about just the coin and that degen mentality of buy, sell, that's where we make millions. The people that like you and Lotto and Meme and everybody who's here today, this is where you make the millions, not the $100,000. Stop worrying about the pennies on the ground and look at the $50 bill sitting over in the corner. That's what's coming for us. And so if we build that now while the volume is low, while the dirt's tough and gravelly, you know, and we smooth it all out with our work, this is where we really make it. So thanks, Zach. You just reminded me of that. And this is a great pressure that you've helped alleviate by being who you are. So thank you, sir.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks, Ghost, for the love. I see Ghost. I can see him.
Yeah. Dude.
Thank you, brother.
Hey, if you saw my DMs right now, they got the Spider-Man meme right now. They're like, your doppelganger. Every word you use, bro.
Yeah.
We got a lot.
Like when I tell you,
we got motion together.
Oh, yeah.
If we don't figure out a collab on this,
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait
Cool,
till
man.
it's my turn, bro. But you're gonna see how identical the wavelength was on that, bro. Like insane.
And we do have the red hat, black shirt. I'm just saying.
Hey, don't make me bringing out my dark mega hat I got in the bedroom, dog. I'll whip it out. I got it, man. You know what I mean? No,
Cool.
man, it's so
I'll
much
bring out my
love,
Go
bro.
Brandon hat. That's about it. That's all I got.
Hey, it was so, it warms my heart to see that stuff's out there like this.
Yeah.
Like, I swear to you, and this is no knock on anybody in the world out there that's trying to create something. The substance behind your creation is so massive. And if you don't think for a second, you know, and I respect what you say, like it's not about the money. Like Trader Max wanted to solidify that. Look, we're bona fide businessmen. We'll get the money in the long haul, right? But it's not what we're chasing. You know, I'm blessed to be in a position I'm in. I can tell you're blessed to be in a position you're in, Trader Max, everybody here, right? We're blessed already. If the project didn't make us money, no harm, no foul. So that's why we can focus on what's so important. But to hit home what you say, it's like, we're not here to sell you. Oh, buy my coin. Come on. It's going to blow up. I'm like, no, I want you to tap in, enjoy what you're around. And that's why you want to be here long term. Otherwise, no hard feelings. Go that way. You know what I mean?
Swipe left. Yeah.
Yeah, no hard feelings. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the fuck up out of here, you know?
As I tell people in my dojo, yeah, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay in my dojo and play all day.
Listen, but all love, bro. Like, wow. All love, man, for real, Zach.
Good stuff. Good energy.
So you're going to be here through this conversation into our liquidity portion. I can't thank you enough. All right. So up next, we have Mr. Johnny Wade coming up from Sweet Coin. Let's bring him up, Mr. Quinton.
Yes, sir.
Hey guys,
Speaking of the man, the handsome dude. I tell you, man, it's always a pleasure to see you. You are a fan. We're a fan of yours, like nobody's business. The work you've been doing with us and Anvilbot and all that stuff. Thank you so much for your patience and everything. So let me get all your stuff up over to the side here. Normally I have it all there.
No, big fan of the bots. It's always great, and this has been a great show. I love to listen to people that are building and realize that the money and the value, all of that's going to come as a byproduct. As long as we show up and we actually try to create something that is usable and brings some inherent value, that's going to happen. We just need to make sure that we, I think, right the ship a bit, which I think is called for more now than ever, especially in light of the past week. And I also am uniquely positioned to speak on the burning and hats. There's some great hats out there, but I have the best. It says exit liquidity. Yeah, exit liquidity.
He showed us this before the show there, Ghost. It was funny as hell. I love it. I got to find myself.
I've done quite well being exit liquidity, and Bitcoin was dumping at 5K and, I was the only one buying and, I was exit liquidity, but there's a long-term picture. And, I think that's the great thing that, Memes AI and the last part, everyone that's been talking today has really kind of hammered home. Like, if you're in this spot, if you're showing up now and you're building, then chances are you weren't here for the quick, grab the cash and run. And that was something that we tried to reiterate early on with Suede AI. And it's a reason why we have about 53% of the supply burnt. If I went back and did it over, I would not have burnt it because we then ran into issues as far as our market cap looking inflated. So it looked like we were around 25 million when we were closer to around 18, 17. So we've had that revised to compensate for the burned coins. Also, when you get listed on exchanges, we've been listed on a few and we have every top exchange that's willing to list us, but they want supply, so if they're burned, it's better to do, even if you just do like a 7-day rolling lockup, that's really good because people know that, hey, at least I can get in and nothing crazy is going to happen tomorrow. But if you need the liquidity to deploy to exchanges, you always have it.
Can we keep you here in this? I want to keep this mentality and keep this content, but I would like to have that in the chill portion if you don't mind.
I really appreciate I gotta run it too.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, but I'm going to be back on Saturday, and then I'm doing a spaces tonight on our channel at 7 as well on our X. So we're going to do AMA, but I'm going to be on Saturday as well. But cool. Yeah, that's my quick thing. Lock it up even for a year if you have to, but burning, maybe step back from.
Oh yeah, that perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate you sharing that. You want to tell everybody
My
what
pleasure.
Suede AI is and
Sure.
what the community to coin is?
Sure. So it's generative AI. It creates music that creates provenance on chain. So you own the intellectual property. You then are due royalties. And what we think and in our vision and what we're seeing happening based on the interest that we're getting, articles from TechCrunch and huge publications that are really interested in. Someone talked about Truth Terminal. Our agent has said things that Truth Terminal has said, which has caught a lot of interest. But so what our view in Jack Dorsey echoed this sentiment a few days ago. He said, our reality is going to be difficult to discern whether or not it's virtual or it's our actual reality. And the only way to really protect against that is by self-directed AI agents. So our view in the creative space, as musicians are being leapfrogged and just people are going straight to AI, if the artist has a self-directed AI agent that is indicative of their vision, of their values, then the studios are going to use that AI agent as an ethical standard and what will be required of. And so they'll have to owe the artist royalties, and they'll also owe the artist royalties to the estate in perpetuity. So after the artist passed, if they want to continue to make pieces of work using that person's likeness, they'll owe the estate, as it should be, royalties. So this is the way that artists protect against just being completely negated entirely and jumped over.
Awesome. Sorry, I got very
No, no,
distracted
no,
with something.
no, no. I don't want to throw too much in there, but
Yeah, no
that's the
worries. I
basic.
appreciate it. I just rugged myself in that hole. That hole
Oh
mentality.
yeah,
I appreciate
story of my life. Yeah. Um,
it. It's all good.
but
No,
no, I recommend.
I love
Yeah,
the system that you've created over there because
good.
I've been playing music for a really long time in my life, and I've made
Likewise.
maybe 50 songs and some commercials and some other things that I've done. And again, yes, I've done a lot because I've been around a long time.
I can
Hence
see.
hence the gray in the beard. But one thing I've always had a favor to, because my radio station network was all independent artists, unsigned independent artists, and we had over 1 million in our network back in 2011 to
Okay.
2015.
Yeah.
And one thing that they never knew, they were just there to make music. They just wanted to make music. They had no idea what the
Hmm.
BMI is, and all the other networks and all the people. I think things like Epidemic Sound, they started to really get the
Yep.
independent music
Yep.
started on.
Yep.
Like these beautiful companies that had like all these great ideas involved, but these scum lords of people that were in producers
Yep.
that just ripped people off. Nobody having IP anymore on their stuff. Man, you've done such a great job that even making
Thank you.
AI stuff is a musical talent. It's artistry. And that is something that you should keep a hold on. If you put 17 beats together, I think Ed Sheeran of fighting, what copyright is and what stuff sounds similar to other things, it doesn't
Yep.
matter anymore. But what really matters is the unique capability of making the music and making people fun and having content with it, but keeping them safe as well. So I'm glad that you're here in this industry and
Thank
you
you.
know what you're doing. You're very educated in this
Thank you.
process. And I want to have like a whole show around the AI stuff and get like a music collective going on so we could see and hear what it is.
Yeah. I'd love
Because
to do that.
that show format's always fun. Like one day, I think I may want to get back into radio and do AI radio, where they come up with the music and just play music all day. That'd be absolutely wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Johnny,
And the last thing
yeah,
I'll
go
say
ahead.
too, sorry, is we don't I'm not the biggest fan of AI just taking over art. That's what we're trying to
Right.
mitigate. And
Oh, I see. Yeah.
with artists having some agency, no pun, in the direction of the agent, we're realistic about where it is headed and what's happening. So
Good.
we're trying to mitigate that complete nullify of the artist, essentially.
Oh, I see. That's good. Yeah. So we'll augment that dream of mine, not just be AI
Yeah.
taking over Skynet,
Yes.
and
Yes.
and
Yes.
have it all AI music only. Who knows? All
No.
right. Not like we're building that tomorrow. We got too much time.
No.
All right.
You
Thank
got a
you so
week.
much for being here. I know you got to
Thanks,
get
man.
going here soon. So we
Thank you.
always appreciate
Appreciate you guys.
You're a constant pleasure to have on the show. We'll see you next time,
Thank
brother.
you. I'll see you Saturday. All right, guys.
All right, bye-bye. Awesome, dude. I love that guy. Humble guy too. He sat and he waited in a room one day for us, and he was like last to come up, and you could see he was like, But I love the fact that he's there and he's building this network, what he has. So he's always a real pleasure to have here. Mr. Quentin, who is up next?
Up next is going to be Lotto.
Who's that? I don't know. Some dude. All right. Let me tell you.
Clever.
It was nothing clever. I just
Hey,
threw it at you. He's gonna punch me in the face. That's it.
nah, never that. It's all hugs, man. It's all hugs.
I'm gonna get hugged to death. That's what it is.
I can't ball my fist when it's a person I love, man.
Yeah, there you go.
Um,
Well, somebody said in the thing they wanted to see your balls, so I think I have to kind of get you up here and into that. Oh, they're right here, just so they know
oh,
that you do have.
those.
Before you go, I got to give you some props here. Before you go into your show, let's talk about this real quick. We have such a great view ship right now. I just completely botched that one. Let me redo that here. Sorry, 1 second here. Boom, boom. This is going to get a picture and a picture and a picture here in a second. Boom, just right there. There we go. So we have 1,666. Oh boy. Here, let's redo that one. I don't like that number at all. And here and then there's 670 in there. There it is, 1,600. And of course I cut it from. The fever just hit 100. There you go, 1,673. But we got Lotto really kicking in there. 787, 612 for us. We're catching up. We're slowing that gap of the doubling that you almost did to us that one day. But A Suede coming in. It's AI Suede 99 still in there, loving it that he's in there doing that. Everybody else, Tired Dad, Dreamcat Solana, even my Trader Max ones are still kind of holding true. So thank you so much for providing that. Let's get into the show for just a lot.
The first thing I need y'all to do is just please turn the volume down for just a moment.
Nope, turning it up. Here we go.
We just hit the lotto. Can't stop, won't stop. I first off just want to say shout out to everybody who's came up today, because holy moly, what a cast today, man. I got to give it to you, Trader Max.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Shane or whoever else, if it's just Shane the Madman finding these people.
Shane, MP, Mage, YOLO, Crypts. There's a whole team back there. Quentin. Dude, there's so many people in there, and they just hunt out talent. They're looking for. They have a criteria what they're looking for, and it's not all about market cap, but it is about just the production and the nice fitting people, the people that are just here to be positive. I hate negative shillers and all that stuff. So this is why you're here. We found you because of that crew. We found everybody down here, Zach and Memes AI. Dude, it's a big shout out to that team. They are so hardworking. And they're doing it for the love of the thing, but they're getting compensated here very soon with everything we just built and the big launches. But thank you, sir, for the shout out for them.
Yeah, 100%, man. Shout out to your son and you just running the sticks, man. It ain't easy, man. So I'm honored to be up here. I know it sounds so cliche every time, but I have so much gratitude that you guys have built a platform that's essentially given us an opportunity to get a lot more eyes on the prize than we would typically have. I do have my wonderful help. She's doing a phenomenal job keeping my house clean right now. So forgive me if it gets a little loud. I think she's cleaning
That's
one of the
okay,
bathrooms right now.
We got you covered.
But yeah, that's the first thing I wanted to say was just shout out to everybody that's came up here. Obviously, you guys as well for just doing a very good job. I don't give Shane enough credit, man. He's always on it, making sure I'm on time. Thank you to him. And then I gotta go straight to the Lotto fan bam. I really do understand a few things, man. It's without the support of this community in general as a whole, like there's just no way we are where we are today. It's evident at this point. I missed my very first space that I was scheduled for ever in the history of doing this because of President's Day, man. The kids were home and I didn't even realize I had a space to attend. And 3 different community members jumped up and helped him out and helped her out and helped him out just to try and get a little bit more info out there to represent our team. And it's just been one thing after another. They show me how loyal they are, how much they care. And none of them are getting compensated a thing except for obviously, what people call quote unquote working for their bags, which it doesn't feel like work, man, in this community. It feels like just a straight up good time. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody understood you can be a part of a community. You can actually build something from the ground up without shilling out tons of dollars. We've been extremely organic. You hear that word thrown out a lot, and I think sometimes it's used as an excuse as to why they're not where they want to be. And in our case, it's the exact opposite. I feel like we're exactly where we're supposed to be, and it's because of the organic portion of it all. No calls, no advertising, no marketing, no supply. We've done everything all in-house, and it has been heaven sent because you don't have many sales on the chart when that's the case. So shout out to the Lotto fan bam. I wish Hearts would come, but they're not coming today for some reason. So you get that for now. We'll talk about the project. I always forget that a lot of you guys don't know what we are and who we are because I talk about it all day. So it's not just the lotto, it's a movement. That's been our mission statement since day one. People laughed at us on day one, like, get out of here. And now I got huge individuals that have seen what we're about and have officially started going, now I see why you called it a movement. It really is just that. Inspire, uplift, motivate, encourage, compliment. You know, you see kids, right? And you give them a compliment and they just light up. Man, us adults ain't any different. So I really encourage people to always just be the best version of themselves. And so we have daily spaces just as like that life talk. And you use that expression, conversation is currency. And it's just so potent because that's another reason why none of us are so concerned with where market cap is or where the cost per token is. We don't have any intent on selling it anytime soon anyway. So that conversation is phenomenal. And we have open mic every night. Just tap in, legitimately tap in. You'd have a great time. In regards to the project itself, you know, we wanted to kind of blend everything. So we wanted NFTs. You guys saw a little bit of the Lotto Ballers on display there below on the website. The Lotto Ballers are phenomenal. I have to give a special shout out to Safe Moon YOLO. Ironically, she is the one who designed an NFT that the CEO of Safe Moon had as their profile pic at one point. She's an exceptional artist. But you can see that each one of these Lotto Ballers have a number on them. And yeah, it's the Lotto system. So the California Lottery plant had a meteor shower, and these once inanimate objects, the Lotto balls, became alive. And so there are 69 of them. Everyone swears we're like freaky deaky and all this craziness.
Cheeky.
We're not.
I want to get you a soundbite. This. Ooh, that's cheeky.
I swear, if I don't explain it, people are like, freak.
Yeah,
freak.
it's
I'm like,
freaky.
Nah,
69 balls, 138 balls, dinner for 4. Let's go.
Dinner for 4. There really is 69 in the California Lottery ballpark.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I know. It's because California is freaky. What do you want?
Freaky.
We know.
Hey, I'm in SoCal, so I guess, you know, there's a little truth to it, man.
It's a whole nother story. If you're in San Fran, it's all right. It's okay. It's Roman numerals then.
You know, what are you going to do about it? You know, you just embrace it. You embrace it.
You do.
But yeah, so the NFTs are cool, right? Everyone's like, oh, an NFT, you either like them or you don't. I wanted to bring in some kind of utility with it. I wanted them to actually be worth something, right? So we had this meteor shower that hit the California lottery plant, turned these lotto balls into life. And you see they kind of spawned into these, what we call lotto ballers. Now, these lotto ballers are one of one. There was a set of 69, 1 through 69. They got sold out in 17 minutes. I knew right then and there, after like 3 weeks in, that this project is about to be ridiculous. And it was because of why. Those specific lotto ballers have utility. We play poker on Tuesdays. We play poker on Fridays. On Club GG, it's an application. We have the live space while we're playing, so you can hear the banter back and forth. And you get 50% off every game when you own one. You also get one free tournament every month. It's the last Friday of every month. And that is our World Series of Lotto Poker. We're going to have the craziest giveaways in December when we have that championship. We've already given away $50,000 in cryptocurrency to our loyal holders, and that's because they're hitting the lotto. So the premise of it all is we have a mechanical machine. We load 69 orange balls in there. They're numbered 1 through 69. We press the button, the machine throws them all around, and it spits out a ball. And if it's your number, you hit the lotto. You know, special shout out to Egon. He was our first lottery winner. He won $1,000 that night. Super fun. We do that every Saturday at 5:00 p.m. on the Just the Lotto homepage, which is just absolutely amazing. And then every single day since we've been born, which is before Thanksgiving, I think we're on 2 months and 24 days or so. Every day we've had a giveaway on Just the Lotto's page, and you just have to like it, reply, post it or repost it or quote it, and that's how you're automatically entered in. And every day someone's hitting the lottery. It didn't stop there. We dropped another NFT line. It was called the Lotto Hatchers. So you think like, lottery scratchers, but hatchers. So these meteors actually hatched once they were sold out. We had 506 of them. The first line of Ruby Reds, there was 200. We sold out in literally 17 minutes, ironically, again on the 200 launch. They sold out the rest of them within, I think, 30 hours, maybe 32 hours. Long story short, once they were sold out, they hatched. Some of them had as small as 20 poly. Some of them had as large as 1,000 in Solana for one winner. Also, they spawned the birth of the zeros. So now we have a whole nother line of lotto ballers. They have zeros in their eyes instead of 1 through 69. Those are the same rules apply, half off at poker. And we do a lotto baller zero event also, where there's 24 of those that everyone can either win it if they haven't earned it yet, or actually win currency if they already own it. It's been just a great experience with the NFTs. Without getting into alpha, one thing I will say that makes me so beyond crazy about this project is I hosted a show every day called Crash Courses for Day Trading. It was for the stock market. It was for cryptocurrency. I did not have a coin, and I never thought I'd be a part of a coin, but I did see people struggle in the industry, and I wanted to do anything I could. I'm not a financial advisor, and I was clear I can't help you in that realm, but I can at least tell you what works for me. And if those things work for you, great. If not, oh well. But the thing is in this industry is you got to hold yourself accountable. You're pushing the button when to buy, you're pushing the button when to sell. You have to hold yourself accountable. You have to have the proper risk management. So I would go through the way it would work for me. And a lot of people started getting really consistent in their trading. It was awesome. And that's what built the community, the core of the community. It came from there. It was just pretty cool because when the coin comes out, everyone's ready to go with the right process. Small, a little goes a long way. And the goal is if you can take your initials out and let the profit run, guess what? You can see it through. And that's what you see on our chart right now. You see that December 18th, we broke 1.5 million market cap. And we literally have never closed the daily candle below that since then. Not once. We've been consolidating for literally 2 months straight, I want to say, of just straight up consolidation between 1.5 mil and probably 2.5 mil, give or take. We're finally getting to the point where our supply is almost gone. We're less than 5%. There's 45 million coins left out of the billion. And it's going to get pretty wild when those things happen. That's just simple supply shock. But the thing, again, that makes us so bullish is you don't have to be concerned with things when you know where the tokens are being held. No, we don't just hold all the tokens, just this core team. We have 230 participants that are farming tokens, thankfully, to the partnership with SoulBank. SoulBank's partnership was heaven sent for our community because I've been telling people I want to reward you for being a long-term holder. I've been telling people that I don't want to have to sell my tokens to make money. I want to find other creative ways. And if you look at us, over $1 million plus is being farmed, and we have the lowest percentage of return because we've done something that no one's ever done.
52 million.
We just broke 65% now. So 652 million tokens out of 1 billion are being farmed with 229 people.
That means that they're staked and locked into this system.
100%. And every 8 hours, they're getting compensated in the form of their native token, which is an SB token. The SB token, you can swap it for more lotto, which is why our supply is shrinking. You can stake it even further on their HODL platform. So now you're earning even more on compounding side of things. Or you can swap it for Solana and cash out. I know a couple of whales that are making a few $100s a day and they're cashing out. That's what they're using to pay some of their bills down and reduce their risk. It's absolutely astonishing how this community is 100% receptive to the way we did things that worked for us and implemented these things, and really their belief system. It's second to none. Like, we have probably about 1,700 holders. You would think that's nothing crazy, but everywhere we go, I've done 3 shows today. This is my 3rd one. The group of people that are there when I log in, it doubles. Almost every single time, it just doubles the whole audience. And people want us to get on their show and talk about Lotto because of the people we bring.
Yeah.
They have resources. They're so warm-hearted that they like companies or they like different projects. They invest a little something in these projects out there. It's just so amazing to see. This community was beat up. There was a coin that we were a part of that got beat up. And I was just an investor. I was just a holder. I had no say in anything. This time around, I have an opportunity to actually do something about it. I'm never stopping. I'm going as hard as I can, nonstop for these people, because look at what they do for me. They support me since day one. It's just straight up a blessing. I love you guys, man. Lotto Fan Bam is second to none, man. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Really, you guys, I just want to end it on this, man. I really want to collab. I think that this industry is full of individuals that are so scared to collab. They're so scared of losing their community. That's not how it works. If they're running off, Trader Max brought this up the other day. If they're running off, that's not what you want on your team anyway. The ones that are loyal, they can invest in both. They could be a holder in yours and a holder in ours. Man, trust me when I tell you, we have really, really respectful to the chart, respectful individuals with resources that are looking for stand-up projects to diversify, even on different networks. So when you get an opportunity to collaborate with us, man, you get to bring your community into a game of fun. All it takes is you have 69 Lotto balls of your own. I'll hold them. They're digital. You tell me what handle, how many they need. I load the machine. I give you a spreadsheet prior. We do a live stream. There's over 3,000 people watching it, concurrent viewers. And literally one of your community members will win a prize that you designate, and we'll throw in an extra Lotto to whoever wins. It's so much fun. You got to join us, man. You got to. It's so fun.
Cool. Dude, we are down, man. Like with Shane, grab him. Let's go. Let's make a show. Let's do a collab show just like this. And you know, in the Shogun universe, we have this thing. In our video game that we're making, we have a whole world that you can grab utility with by grabbing ground and creating a clan kind of thing. And that's all this is just a collaboration of networks that come together to have fun. If we're going to make it about communities, imagine having one community that's really fun and another one that's about right and honor and structure. And we just combine that factor and bleeds over fun to structure to honor. And then we got knowledge with Dreamcat. Imagine all of us being in there and having that process. Dude, as always, a powerful Shill. I appreciate you here. Can't wait to talk about the stuff in the chill, and the alpha is coming for some of this stuff. 100. But count us in. It's Shogun for that.
100%. We'll definitely figure it out. And I did want to say what up to Tired Dad, man. The first time I ever came on here, Tired Dad was actually one of the sponsors, actually, ironically. And as a father of 3 dads, man, I related to that coin right away. Love everything about it. Excited to hear what they got coming up in a second. And I'll be here. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Quinton, I think that leads me and then Tired Dad right after me, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, here he is. It's going to be a long show. It's going to be so long. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be like 27 hours, and hopefully you guys enjoy. Now, when I was first born, no, I can't. It's all good. Shogun. Shogun is just a simple process of taking over the world, fools. Let's go. No, it is really about creating structure, right and honor. I'm a 7th degree black belt in Kempo karate. I have a dojo in Morrisville, Pennsylvania. I'm really doxing the shit out of myself right now. But the concept for me was when we built this coin was to find the right and honor behind trading. I've been in the trading industry, as most of you heard. I do a lot of stuff, and I've done a lot of stuff. 16 years in the Navy, all that stuff. I'm shilling me right now, not just Shogun. But the concept of what Shogun is it is a network that provides the tools for you to build your network, right? So when we first came in with Shogun, we came in as a utility. We have a full network of systems for building websites. And this is our Panther Pilot series. I'm just going to kind of jump in real quickly. Nope, can't do it right now because I got to log in and don't want to be showing you all those codes. But the Panther Pilot series is what we call the Shogun Web Forge, is all about building the websites. Where do we build the websites, and how do you know we build good websites? Well, everything we've done, all of our websites, even Tired Dads is a website from us as well, is building that website and service through our Web Forge. Then we started to find out, hey, if we're going to talk about building websites and running coins and how to run coins, why don't we make a coin for ourselves? So on September 30th of last year, we made our coin in a fair sale, pink sale, and we launched it. We jumped up to 3.5 million. We did all that stuff. Then we knew that we needed to have some utilities, things that coins to be able to use, but safely. But what things? What would be the best? Some said a trading bot. Some said a paid raid bot and all that kind of stuff. But we really settled on one thing that the industry was having a problem with, and that was volume. Learning what volume is and how to use it and how to use it properly. And that we've seen all the fake volume bots that are out there, not really fake. They do work to a degree, but what do? They trick the actual user thinking that there's actual volume happening to the bot. And so we knew that we needed to come into the reality of having a volume system that was legitimate and that was organized and that was structured, but just not like everybody else's. Like Orbit and Fatality, they charge 20% for you to put money into it. We wanted something, and they don't give you control of the wallet. They don't give you the time. You put the money in and it's just gone. It could be an hour, it could be 2 hours, it could be 3 hours, but you don't set that. In our system, we created our Tsunami bot. And the Tsunami bot is all about putting in zero upfront. Like you don't have to pay anything upfront for the actual bot itself. It's all transactional, which we only do 0.1% of the transaction. And this is a bundle trade, it's 2 to 1, which means that it all happens at once, but it doesn't affect your market cap. It just makes volume. But that's what this industry needed. We wanted to give you your keys because you know what they say, not your keys, not your wallet, right? So we did that. We also wanted you to be able to use the time behind it. So if you wanted to run for 5 hours, you choose the 1 minute. If you wanted to run for 10 hours, you choose the 2 minutes. So that means that every 2 minutes a bundle fires. You know, we wanted to give you the packages that we felt would get you the most. You know, the 3 soul package, we get between 35K and 50K. We put the lowest in there because of something that Ghost says all the time. You under promise and over deliver. So you think this is going to give you 35K? Hell no, it's going to give you more like 50, right? And that's okay. I'm okay saying that because you will always get 35, but you may get 50, right? And it could be 36, 37, all the way up to 50 in that process. And why is regular volume bots very good for you? Well, when you're running something exciting and you want the extra volume so the DEXs and the SEXs actually see the sites, you got to be at certain levels. This will help you get to that as long as you have the organic as well. We then made the Anvil bot, and the Anvil bot is really like, don't tell anybody, it's like a secret market maker, right? And what this does is that it actually makes trades to your actual chart. But again, we give you the keys to it. Again, we give you that it has a wallet system that you can trust, that you can choose the time. And just like the Tsunami bot, you can choose relative times from 3 minutes to 5 to 10 to 15 minutes. And these bots, the Anvil bot especially, it lasts for damn near forever. And because it's a subscription system now, because when we first started, it was like everybody else, like 20% that we would take from, you know, the money you put in. We weren't making any money because it wasn't depleting. In fact, most people like Tired Dads and other bots or the other people out there using the bot were making money from it. And so we're like, okay, I don't mind building stuff for free, but we need to make money too, right? Remember, that's not my primary focus, but it is a focus. So we are now launching version 2, which we'll talk about in the alpha here in a little bit. But and in that, it's going to have a lot of bot, and we can do multiple wallets. We can actually, your now account can trade multiple things in there. So we're going to be very, very excited about launching that here soon. As we got into this, we started talking about community and networking and value. We built our community center, and this is all built through the Web4 system. So if you want a community center where all your people can go to, and because I'm not logged in, it won't let me log in right at the moment. I do apologize. There we go. It has all these communities and systems that are in here, all valued, all easy to use and track in the network. It's so powerful back there. There's a lot of people communicating when they are communicating back there in that network. We then, in the beginning of the year, starting in January, we started our gun show. And that's where you're at right now. You know, we're shilling what you're shilling, what we're seeing. And that's a lot of confusion. But it really is about building out the network of these great coins that are here. And yes, we do have sponsorship. Tired Dad's a sponsor here for this week. And we love them to death because they came in here. 25% of everything that they put in for that sponsorship goes back into their own coin. Now, every time that they sponsored, we put money back into their coin. That's 25% of $450 going back into their particular coin that sits on our, what we call our portfolio. So very, very, we always try to put back in. Also, we started to build games because I love building games. I'm a game dev. Yes, I know. I've done a lot, damn it. But listen, when you build games that are fun, that are creative, that are as professional as what we're building, this isn't AAA yet. It's more like AA batteries. But it is getting to a point where we're having a lot of fun building the characterization behind the system. It has a GDD to it already, a game development design document it's super strong. It's built on Unreal. It's going to be out there. It's going to be fresh, and we're going to have a lot of fun with it. Last but not least, the one thing that we did talk about in the industry is simply building a launchpad system for coins that are starting off to help give them the best opportunity to fire off with their best foot forward. And yesterday, on Wednesday, the 19th, we fired off our first not us coin, right? Called the Iron Doge Cast coin, and it fired off without a hitch. It went into the network. They were able to come on board. They were able to buy get everything. It's done as a fair sale. This system is a fair sale system that launches, guess where? On Pump Fund. Not just in their own network, but on Pump Fund itself. It uses our smart contract to protect the money. And then once it's funded, it launches and goes straight over to, I don't know if I got it in time. No, I did not. Let me see if I can quickly put this in here just for a second. I wanted to show you that it was funded. The network, let me see if I can grab it from here. Owned, nope. Let me do connect, random. There it is. Whew. Very good. Now, this coin fired off yesterday, and they raised 85 SOL. That's a lot of freaking money, right? And it bonded. Guess how long it took it to get the bond on Pump Fund? Anybody? It beat my record. My previous coin, we launched it bonded in 38 seconds. This didn't have, it was like a second, it bonded. Went straight to it. Now, they have a lot of stuff that's happening with Iron Doge over there. A lot of great stuff fired off. All these things are happening. It went to pump. This system is so powerful. Look at all these people and all these systems that are in there. This launched in safely, and nobody lost money from this process, right? If they bought in later, whatever. I don't know what's happening with the coin right now. The second I know it is firing, and I'm not gonna I don't shy away from any of this stuff, right? Because this is a coin that's making their Iron Doge Cast as a network. That's firing off, sitting at 90K strong because they're building their stuff. Remember, it's a working channel, super strong. But you see the protection for the first, this is 15-minute chart. If I go to a 4-hour chart, super strong, like every coin does, up and down, second cycle, making it work. But what happens from here is up to them and up to their network. But they're doing so by using the tools that they have in front of them. We built this system out there and fired it off. And I got to tell you, I've never felt so comfortable with what the industry is right now, because we can help control the narrative of protection. And if you're about to fire, if you're watching this, there's 1,974 of you, about to hit 2,000 people watching this. If you're watching this and you're like, yeah, I could make a coin, but I wouldn't do it because if it just go through Pump Fund, head out, talk to us. We will show you exactly how to launch it through our Launchpad system. It's a fair sale system. So everybody coming in, all your team members, they will be completely safe to be able to buy in the bottom, and you can set the tone and set the margins on everything in there. It's very, very powerful. Well, I think that's my shill. I appreciate everybody being here for that part of it. And again, if you get a chance, check us out.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah, please do.
You guys, the Anvil bot, please understand what I tell you. I do this every time now because honestly, I don't get paid to shill this, guys. I promise to God. But if you have a coin out there and your volume is just so low, the Anvil bot is so powerful to help with support. It helps with breaking through resistance levels. And if you can create that momentum, you guys, that shit returns you more SOL than you start with in some cases, bro. Mm-hmm. It's the most cleanest bot I've ever seen in my life. We don't bot our chart at all. We tested the Anvil just to kind of see how it worked, the metrics of it all. And I was absolutely bugged out on how much control you have over it. Like you said, you got the keys, it's yours. You run it to the upside, 3 buys, 1 sell, or 3 buys, 2 sells. And all of a sudden you have, tokens. You can flip it to the sell side if you want. You can pause it if you want. You can do so much. We ran it a couple times. I'm just keeping the tokens in there for now. Like, all right, cool. I can use these for giveaways. Like, It's so potent. If you have a hard time with volume, trust me when I tell you, bro, look into the Anvil bot. I promise you, it's way worth you looking into it, and especially the alpha he's got coming with I won't
the
tap
new
into
stuff.
that obviously.
Yeah,
but
it's pretty powerful. It's really good. I can't wait. Yeah. But thank you very much. I appreciate it. There's always a secondary Shill, and I love it, man. You
You know what?
just make me
Sometimes
so
they hear,
happy.
sometimes they hear from us, and they're like, just trying to sell me on it. I always say
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
expression,
No.
right? Your wife comes in, she says, "Does my dress make me look fat?" You're like, "No, honey, you look
Yep.
great." You're just saying that because you're my wife. I mean, my husband, and you're like,
Right.
you're damned if you
I
do,
can't
damned
wait.
if you
I
don't,
can't
right?
wait.
So whenever I'm talking about Lotto, I'm like, man, they probably just think I'm here to sell them on it. And sometimes I see others, and I'm like, just so y'all know, he could sell you on this. That's how good it is. He
Yes,
chooses not to.
Yeah.
Check out the Anvil bot, bro. If you have trouble on your coin, I promise you, it'll be the best thing you ever did. I
You know,
promise you.
it is something that is powerful, and I will touch on that for a second. Volume is a mistake of thought when you think like, oh, it's a bot, and it's just, oh, I don't like it, right? No, but you're keeping relevance to your chart, because how many of you have had like a low volume day, and all of a sudden your shit doesn't show up on Deck Screener, and you're like, what the hell happened? Yeah. Right. It's because you don't have volume, even just one cell. Now, before we would charge, like it's very difficult to gauge how much to charge people for a service like that. So we were charging one soul a week for these big coins to come in and put thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars a day in volume. But we decided to listen to the people and say, listen, some of these smaller coins don't have thousands of dollars a day. So we decided to turn this to a per transactional fee, which is 0.1%. Right. And that 0.05%. So why that's so important is because it gives you an opportunity to use the bot when you need it and not have to worry about a weekly or monthly fee. That it's the volume that you incur as you go along. So the strength of that is, again, listening to the market. And I'm saying this not to shill the alpha, but to shill the fact of the mentality. Listen to your community. Listen to the people that are using your stuff. They have good ideas. Try to augment it to be that everybody's happy. You can't change everything, right? Like somebody wanted a purple with pink polka dots. Can't do that. Sorry. But yes, and by the way, that does make you look fat. Yep, it sure does. If you think it does, then it does. But if you don't, I love you. Please don't kill me. Because I teach your Kempo too. Don't kill me. See that? All right, see you later. See, I'm going to be murdered in my sleep. You know that, right? All right. Well, that was my shill and a little comedy effort there. But up next, the final shill for today, we're going to bring out Tired Dads. And now, Jay, you've been so patient, my man. Thank you so much for being so patient.
Oh, well, no other choice. And I'm actually enjoying a lot.
Good.
I don't do that shilling stuff, as you may already know.
Being the fact that you said that shilling stuff, we probably already guessed that you don't do a lot of shilling. Right? This stuff where you're talking so much. No, I don't talk that much. That's okay, buddy.
It's just so amazing to hear all of these things. And I do want to speak on the Anvil bot too.
Sure.
It's an incredible machine. Like, never seen anything like that before. And I'll be fully transparent with it. We use it. It's important to use it. And it's there to support the growth and to support the community and the chart. And it actually, we loaded it up with, with 3 Solana when we had around 100K of volume per day.
Yeah.
And for 3 days, we had it running, and we had this nice little upward momentum in the chart. And it actually produced profits worth of 8 Solana throughout that 3 days when it was just running. So
it made you 5 Solana over those 3 days. Yeah, it was pretty powerful.
Yeah, a great tool. And it's just amazing. And what Tired Dad is about, we're all about supporting everybody in the world. We just want to create a safe space and offer people majorly emotional support, whatever that they're going through in their lives. And obviously, most of us in the community, we are fathers, and we also have a lot of people that are trying to become a father or are about to become a father soon. So if you are a father yourself, or if you're tired in your life or in Web3, please do join the community. There's never any pressure to buy into the chart. it's all about having great connections, exchanging knowledge and wisdom, and sharing life stories to support one another. And most probably, um, there's not much that I have for the alpha today, but I think that we're going to have a cool collaboration with Just a Lotto as soon as possible. I hope we can make that happen right after the show. I love coming here because every time that I come up on the stage, my DMs just blow up after it, and I get to create amazing connections and build great partnerships and collaborations.
Thank you. Yeah. Listen, you're not the regular shiller for this spot. You are a supporter in the coin, in the network. You are a advisor over there. You come with great experiences in the world of building. You're helping take over some areas of movement that are some things are changing in the industry for Tired Dads. There's a lot of stuff. You're a trusted member over there. We love having the community over here. The site that you're seeing was built by Quentin and the WebForge network and everybody that put time and energy, and Jay and Mac and Brendan, everybody who put time in for this has been amazing. Now, as you as Tired Dads, Jay, from this position, you hit something on the head here that I do want to talk about. Is when we used to do spaces, I used to go into every space and I followed every single fool in there. I made relationship with every. Now we have isolated this to be a good group of panelists that are here, like Zach and Kay from Mott and everybody else that's here, even the guys that were down below in the Shills. We're going to bring them up here in this next portion. But you hit something very powerful, is that when your DMs blow up after a good show, it's because you found relationship with everyone. That's what we made the show for, is to build relationship, not just with the coin, right? Not just with all you coins that are out there, your communities, but with each individual that's here. And I'm going to give you a number. 52% of the people that we bring up here for panelists or shillers buy something from our product value. 52% from us, from Shogun. I don't know what the percentage is for you as you go out and you meet these relationships and what the crossover is, or who buys your coin, who does it. I wish I did have that data, but the data for us, because we track a lot of stuff. Remember, we don't just do the show here like you do over in Spaces and see everybody just come in and talk. This is highly structured. Like there's a moderation. There's people you reach out to. They take up to you. They get you. They're like walking you in. It's like setting on stage. This is like, I won't say the Johnny Carson show, but it is like a very professional show that's been well organized and well oiled, because we knew that we wanted to get this out there. Sometimes it goes off the rails and we have fun with it, but that's any show. But we have data, and that's what's really important. And so if you guys are doing 52%, there is another value of people that are coming. Like we hit 2,079 people right now. Right. We're talking to them right now, this second. This is not concurrent people that have just come by and left, because this number goes up and it goes down. It is concurrent. These are watching us right now. So when you talk and when you come out and shill, and when we deliver these messages of inclusion and talk about the things we have, you should meet and talk to every person in here, because each have a community. I've seen one person, they had 4,400 people in their community. If you don't leave this show and go talk to those people and put your time in over there, then you're missing stuff on the table. Like Zach, you're a professional salesperson. You know, if you leave money on the table there, if you don't get a chance to strike while the iron's hot, right? Go in and talk and say hi and, and get your name out there. It's probably not going to happen if you don't do it right away.
And just add, relationships are everything. Like the correlation you made between the 52%, connecting with people on a one-to-one level, finding that intersect. I believe in that in a huge way. And I think that's all of life as a whole. So I like how you move in that way.
Thank you, buddy. The key entry to all of it is participation, right? And so it may not be a dollar amount, but 52% of the people actually physically give us dollars for what we do. And they build the system in there. And that is huge, because you know why? There'll be a day where I'm not done building. I'll still be building relationship, but I'm just going to sit back and do this show. Like the Shill, Chill, and Alpha show is only one part of our series. We do have like special series that are about NFTs that are firing off tomorrow. And there's all these great things, but there is a great benefit to each one of you that if you're watching and you're part of the panel, reach out to each other. That's why we do this as well. Now, I would love to see one day what the interlink is, who goes and meets with what. I know that Ghost has gotten a few people. Ghost is in some coins that are coming out soon. Like there's all these beautiful, wonderful things that are happening within that connection. And I can't thank you enough, Jay, for being here today, for including all of us into the Tired Dads, even those that aren't Tired Dads. I don't know if Kay's a tired mom, but you have babies yet, kids yet?
No, I'm single, but I'm not ready to mingle. I'm locked in.
Okay. She's
I
not
like
ready
it.
to jingle, but she's going to mingle.
Locked
Yeah, that's okay. It's like 3:00 in the morning over there for her. She's like, I just woke up, bitches. I cleaned my house behind me. That's about it.
Yeah,
It's
it's 3:30 right now here.
awesome. Go figure. All right. Well, thanks, Jay. I appreciate the show. We're going to come out now into our next section. As you heard, if you're watching right now, you're watching the Shogun Gun Show, and we just hit 2,100 people. This is tremendous. And of course, this time we're giving a run for the money here, as you can kind of see. Look, how come I always do the face, man? It's like I swear to God, I look like I should be on the short bus with licking the windows on the way. And poor Zach, he looks sleeping. Ghost is like, what's going on over there? Everybody's looking at something different. That's pretty funny. But yeah, 2,104 people. Everybody's doing great. We're getting a lot of good. Swade's not even here. His people are still in doing their thing. But we appreciate you guys. We thank you so much. So up next, and we'll make this kind of short and sweet today. I want to talk about something. I'm going to bring up Memes AI, and who else was down there? Oop, he was already up here. What am I doing? Who else is there? Anybody else there? Is that it? Memes, you still with us, bud?
Yeah, I'm here.
Good, man. Thanks a lot for being so patient and being here today. In this next portion, for everybody that's here and part of the process, did we lose anybody? Everybody's still here? Good. In this process for the chill side, normally we come in, we talk about the topic of the day. I write some stuff down. We come up with a good mantra. We've made some great content doing the chill portions. We had like 6-7 weeks worth of content that we've made from these chill portions that we put out on our Reddit. We put it out on Twitter. We put it out everywhere. And it's all because of you guys. And now we're starting to give credit where credit's due. We had a couple shows ago, we did a what should we build thing. And I want to tell you, we came up with 7 really good ideas, and 5 of them are on our build plan. So if you think these chill portions don't mean something, you're wrong, right? These chill portions have a lot of value. And plus, we get so many DMs and messages from people saying, hey, I learned something really cool today on your chill portion. They make reference to it. They're talking about it. And that's all this is today, is to have a real conversation about what we're doing today. And today's chill portion is all about liquidity to a degree, right? Like you heard Sway talking before about burning. Does your coin, and how do you handle your liquidity? One, either building it. So do you burn it? Do you like locking it? Do you like backing it, staking it, farming it? Whatever you like to do to it. Let us know if you do know. If you don't, that's okay. If you don't know what liquidity is just yet, if you're watching, it is a process, and we'll have some learning stuff if anybody wants to talk about that as well. But let's start with Memes AI, since you're part of the Shill project here, but you're still hanging out with us. How does your coin deal with liquidity, and what do you do with it?
Liquidity is just locked for us. It's a CTO, so they launched it on Pump. Pretty standard liquidity operation. The team itself doesn't have a lot to do with managing liquidity. We're super interested in the bots you guys are talking about, the volume bot. I think that product sounds awesome. But yeah, we just have it locked up.
Oh, that's cool. So the majority of your, I won't say the majority, but your coin is locked up in liquidity. Let me have a look at that real quick. Sorry, I'm not gonna. Memes AI. Let's go to Deck Screener Bank here.
Yeah,
let's jump over. Yeah. Oh, dude, man, that's awesome. Let me share this. I want to show people what this process is. So, of course, a little button there for lock liquidity. If you do that, 99.88% is locked up in a burn. It was 98.88 was burned out, but 717K out of 2.7 million. That's a huge percentage to be locked up and burnt at that point without the value. But being that it was a CTO, it happened at that point that you don't actually control, but your team doesn't control a lot of liquidity, right?
Yeah, correct. I mean, we have access to the dev team, et cetera, through back channels because they're docs. But we don't have a lot of control over the initial CTO because it's a pump, it's a pump coin just like everybody else's. So
yeah, that's a tough one, So basically you're burn locked in that process. And since you don't have a lot because you're CTO, I think there's a standard of like, how do you reform liquidity and rebuild a secondary wallet or a system or
we've been talking about that. I'm glad you brought that up, Max. As a community, we're talking about setting up a multi-sig because AI Hedge can do media, launching an NFT collection from him and then using the proceeds of that going to the community wallet where we can use it for marketing, etc., sponsoring the Shogun show,
There's I like that touch in there. I appreciate that. Listen, there's a process here. Just like you collect Solana for a wallet, you could collect supply from people that are holding supply and to do a lot because it benefits everybody who has it. Streamflow has a very good system. And we're going to be doing a show with them here shortly because we're starting to get all our stuff in single side staking and doing a lot of stuff with the consolidated farms and stuff we're going to be looking at. But there is a process that you can start collecting supply, like our volume bot you can just put supply in it to run it, like put a little SOL in to run it and then put supply in and let it run and create volume, or have it collect supply for you as well. If you gather SOL from people, use it to collect supply with the bot, and then use it for whatever you need it. It does twofold. Instead of somebody just giving you supply, give you the SOL and then build it up and then pair it with liquidity and put it into a farm or do what have you. There's a million ways to build supply for a CTO. So when we come time, we should have a conversation about that. We got some good ideas for you as well.
That's awesome.
All right. So that's they're in CTO and they have, but listen, as far as what's really bullish, that's what, I won't say 50%. That's like 30 something percent. About 30, a little more than 30. It's like 35% of your coins locked. That's rare in this process. Even as a CTO, that's super rare to have that kind of liquidity up front. So very, very powerful, very bullish. I like that. So thanks a lot for being and sharing.
Yeah, of course. Thanks, Max. V bullish means AI.
Awesome. All right, Zach. What about you? What do you guys do?
Yeah, this is actually a great topic. I wouldn't pretend to be the liquidity guy. It was great to hear about your two bots that you offer too. In our case, here's what I've seen, right? I've seen, even when you look at the communities and say, oh, there's 5,000 people in this group. Oh, there's 10,000 followers. Is there really? So I'm a guy who says, I see a lot of manipulation. What's the power of just doing the opposite of that? So to our point so far, we've never actually run a volume bot. That's why we had trouble getting on CoinGecko initially. Everything was organic. We had a couple days where it was, 50K volume and 20K. And then some days like today, we're probably 200 or 300 because we're running nothing through it. So we've chosen thus far, there could be value, could maybe be sold on the light of it. Just to be real and focus on, like, I saw someone even here from the stream popped in and was saying something about maybe someone sold a little bit here or there. To me, it's like, I sort of am very confident in where we're moving. It's like, let's just build the real pieces, do the work. And when it's really showtime, we're going to put in the effort and things will fall into place, and maybe a combination of both. But for now, I haven't messed with it as much. I have 15% of our stake is locked up. I have a big portion of supply. But I haven't added to the liquidity pool again too, because it's like, let's say I added my understanding, maybe you guys can enlighten me. Let's say people say, oh, our liquidity right now is like 21K to our 70K market cap, right? So that's, I don't know, 25, 30%. So I could add to that. And then if I do that, well, if people are then people might just milk from it or sell from it now, right? Because it's there. So it's like it doesn't serve. I'm willing to be faded or ignored or doubted based on what they see, because when that's really sexy, that's what kind of brings the traders anyway, right?
Right. To a degree, right?
I'm not trading anything unless it has 250K volume. Well, if I'm not here to trade my own coin and that's not the purpose, then so we're probably actually the worst person to talk to on it because I haven't done it, but I'm always listening and sharing my experience,
So right now, so I'm going to jump over to Dreamcat's chart here, and let's just look at that for a second. Because, and again, this is no fun. There's no fun intended. I always look at every chart has a positive value to it. To me.
I'll just say, our chart. If you only knew our chart, it's not a pretty chart right now, right? But if you know the reality,
you're quite wrong. You're quite wrong. I'm going to tell you that to your face. I love you, but you are quite wrong. It has a value of worth because it has a consistent value. Since December 5th, when this big old giant, whatever it is, somebody jumped off the cliff there, right? Whatever the fuck that is, it doesn't matter. Why? Because it's not what happens to us that defines us. It's what we do from it, right? So when I look at a chart and I see a chart like this, I'm going to draw three lines on you, right?
We can't see it, by the way.
I'm sorry. Look at that. Let me share all of you so you can see the beautiful faces here. So you look at this chart. It doesn't look pretty with that, right? Or this is, but we don't care about this. This is like
a clip and a StreamYard hack. My first StreamYard, we got all my meme were sold, and we went from 400K down to 35K in one instant from clip to whole.
Remember,
those are our two cases.
My previous statement of it's not what happens to you that defines you. It's what you do from it, right?
Oh, I'm good. So I just wanted to give you the reference. We're good.
Right. But perfect. That's good to know because it really doesn't matter to me what happened to it. It just happened. So if I take that and do a copy, do a paste, right? And I do a copy, do a paste. Let me see if I can grab it. There it is, right? Do you know what these three lines are? It's super simple, right? Let me expand it out here. That's the support, resistance, and mean, right? And in that case structure, I'm a price action specialist, right? I can read a chart like palm readers can to a degree, right? So what this is a working channel over since December 5th. That's 2.5 months. Do you understand that? That's 2.5 months worth of constant value of work. It doesn't matter if it drops down at this point. It has a low, it has a bottom, but it got back up, and this is a working channel, and it's depictable because what you can do now, if you find that mean, you know, this becomes support, right? And then it drops down below, becomes a little resistance. But as stuff works in, it's going to come back up and be up in here again. And you know now that the value of this as a trader goes, where am I going to buy? I mean, if I'm a risk trader, I'm going to buy down here, right?
It's the best time to buy, I'll tell you that.
It is, right? On the low with the opportunity. But then if it falls down here, I'm selling, right?
Yeah.
But if I buy up here and if I buy right down in here and it gets to here, guess what I'm doing? I'm going to sell a little right before it hits that and bounces off. If it does and it comes down and I've sold off, that's okay. But the moment it pierces through, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy. So yes, the chart may not be good because of the overall value of what people say, like, this is where we started, this is where we finished, this is how high we got. They're looking at all these high and lows, and those don't matter. What matters is the depictable trend of the actual chart. So no chart has a bad value other than when to trade, when not to trade. But as you go to the right and you look, 21K, 7, you're sitting at this is 30%, right? So you're sitting a little less than 32% of the value of locked liquidity here. How you build liquidity is you need supply, right? So you need the supply to be able to do something. And now there's a couple different ways. If you burn supply, it doesn't show up here right away. You've got to get it registered, right? If you lock supply for like that stuff, like StreamFlow has a lock system that you can do to lock liquidity, right? But it costs. It's 0.19% or 0.29%, whatever it is. We get 0.15 or whatever because we're a trusted system with them. But whatever it costs, and you can use your own supply to lock it. So there's it's an easy way to do it, to lock it. And if you do that, does it show here? And the answer is no. So you got to have a separate link that shows people that you have locked supply. You can back it, which you can make liquidity, but then you need SOL to be able to do that as well. But even then, you got to have something for people to farm. Like Soul Bank is probably a really good system to do. And I'm going to be sitting down with Ghost, be talking about his rep and getting involved and doing all that stuff, because we got to get some movement in, right? We got to get now the liquidity value of this is you got to get the supply working for you, right? So it doesn't become locked or burned or any of that. But as far as your coin goes, this is almost like coin reads for all of you today. I don't know why. I'm sorry.
This is great alpha. This is great alpha. I appreciate it.
But the concept here is your community. As you get your community in, don't let them look at this as a negative chart. Look at this as a solid, workable chart in the value. Now, what does our system do for volume? And again, it's not about liquidity, but more about volume, is that it keeps relevance to here, right? 669, that's okay. If I go over here, we haven't I haven't run it today because we had to redo something, but I'm going to go to my chart now. You want to talk about bullets? My red's bigger than yours, right? My red's bigger than yours. This was a hack for one of my top 5 wallets, right? Not my wallet because I have all mine ledgered, but this was somebody in my top 5 that didn't understand what a drop drain was. But again, not what happens to us, but what we do from it. And look what we've done. We validated it. Now, I'm going to go to full screen so you can see this. So because I want to move your beautiful faces out of the way, but this is one of the bots here. Now we just started it. We ran it yesterday for like 3 hours. We created $2,400 worth of volume in there, but it was keeping it relative to the network, 2.7 to be exact in the last 24 hours, right? But what we're doing with that is that this volume bot created relevance here. It doesn't take much. It was doing $10 trades, but it created relevance, which meant that more organic sales and buys were coming in, right? Which are important. That's all the little ones that are set in between it. But people can see it. People know what it is. But I'm not looking to hide it. So the process here of liquidity, if I didn't have supply, if I burnt all my supply in the beginning, like we owned 83% of the supply when we fired the coin. And so we slowly released stuff back. My liquidity is still sitting at 27K over 155. So it's not a lot, but if you see there's and again, share the screen one more time. You can kind of see like we have a farm that was running. Okay. And the farm, we burnt 83% of it, but the other percentage, there's a little gap in there, is set through a farm. So we're not really using it as the best we can. So we chose to do a little backing. So we backed ours. So from what I see with you guys, all you got to do is get some supply coming in and figure out one of these things to do with it. Some say burn, some say lock, some say back or stake. And my personal thing is don't burn. That's the head here. So that would be my biggest advice to you.
I appreciate that. I liked, what was brought up with Soul Bank. That seemed very interesting to see that people could stake potentially. That's curious to me as well, give incentives for that. I do have lots of supply now. I am ledger locked as well,
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So I'm right there and have plenty of it, but definitely don't want to burn it. I think it's power to have it so it doesn't get in the wrong hands because people don't care. But this is probably good for me to hear all this stuff. So I appreciate the input there.
Once you burn, it's out of everybody's hands.
All right.
And it does seem bullish. It was a thing for the longest time, but now it's not. Like just a lot of saying too is, make it work for you. Like even single side staking, right? But it even has this negative connotation too, because if you're not careful, you can defrag your entire liquidity value here, split the liquidity system between both. Like Suede stuff too, like they burned a lot of their stuff and it created an issue. In single side staking. And I learned this a lot from like Rooster Brewster. I don't know if you know who that space guy is, but a very powerful dude out there as well. Major hype, right? Super strong dude. But he was even, we had a big private conversation like, don't tell everybody that you're doing single side staking because they could come in and do a negative connotation and frack your shit and split it and it'd be terrible. But in the case for us though, it's single side staking would actually, you could get some soul, you could build some money up while selling to the chart where it's not really selling to the chart. They're buying direct. It doesn't create a negative candle. There's like a lot of benefit for it, but backing your coin, LP, we'll lock it, we'll put it down, but you have to have a farm, which is getting rid of supply anyway. So it's a one big vicious circle. I love the Soul Bank idea. And I really want to do a show about that, Ghost. Maybe we can kind of work something out with that. But for that part, we're willing to do just about anything to make that. And I'm glad we're having this conversation today. Let me jump up to Kay. Kay, do you know where you're at with your coin on, are you staking? Are you backing? What are you doing with your liquidity? Or how do you build liquidity?
Yeah, so we launch in Pump Fund. So the liquidity is on lock and burned as well. And during this red market, like one of our OG 1% holder, he clipped 3% of his supply. And from 100K, we dumped to 80K. And we took the advantage to add liquidity or LP paired to USDC. So,
okay.
Yeah, so for example, when you search our CA on DEX, you will see 3 additional different LPs paired to USDC. It's the purpose of that for now is more like to strengthen the chart, like because we're a fair lunch as well. Like we didn't snipe the supply, and that is why like when you see the whole chart from the very beginning, we have spikes and then down again. because
Of course,
a lot of
Well,
people
usually.
were very bullish when we were still at 30 to 50K, and it's easy for them to stack supply like 3-5%. And we've been disciplining our OG holders, for example, just take 1 to 2%, but like a few people still got greedy.
Yeah.
But now I believe we're good with that because we don't have any big supply, like not part of the core team. So, and yeah, the purpose is um to strengthen the chart, especially also during this red market. That's why we paired it to USDC. We haven't done
So almost like
the
the red wedding is like the red market. That's an idea for a
yes,
series for you? The red, you know what the red wedding means, right? In Game
yes,
of Thrones.
yes,
Okay, yeah. I
yes.
get.
So we're trying to protect the chart from the red wedding. So yeah, I think right now, because like for example, Sol is very the value is, I don't know, I haven't checked right now. It's 170 or something, and we're still uh stable at 80K because I believe it has something. I'm not really an expert with LP because I've just been
174. Yeah.
reading about it, yeah, recently. So one of the, I think it's very helpful to have a pair to USDC. It's kind of like help you protect
Mhm.
the whole chart as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking into the farming, like giving rewards as well. So
Mhm.
right now we're still like I myself, I've still been buying from the open market more supply, so we can.
Yeah.
We're very interested with the LPs liquidity pools because you can earn trades swap fees from them as well, because you cannot control the traders. Like they will always come to you,
Yeah.
especially if you are a legit project. They know it's a safe project and they're willing to trade your chart even if you don't have any volume ongoing. So one way is you can benefit from them. It's by creating an LP, for example, in
Mhm.
Radium or Meteora. Ours is in Radium, and
Mhm.
you earn swap fees from that as well. And especially if you have some like parabolic moment, like the volume is coming, at least you get back from the swap fees. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I've been doing recently with our LPs
Beautiful.
or
Love it.
LPs.
And I think with Ghost and just a lotto, you have a great system with SoulBank right now. But what else do you provide in liquidity and value to the? Do you burn at all? Do you have burn tokens as well, or you with us on the not burn?
We are literally down to 4.5% of our supply available on the open market. If you ever want to jump on exchanges, if you ever want, like, we have a really cool opportunity that I can't speak about yet, but
Mhm.
it's going to consist of needing tokens.
Yeah.
And so for me, I think burning is an attempt to sound bullish,
Hmm.
but I think that it is very counterproductive, especially when there's corporations like SoulBank where you can literally have your entire community farm. It's as if there's still supply being held in a safe haven.
Hmm.
It's as if you're still getting that same opportunity to earn if you had some of the resources in a liquidity pool. But if you imagine me going to my community like, okay guys, let's put some tokens together, and you put some tokens together, and then we have to dig in our pockets and we have to match that.
Oh, it's Soul. Yeah.
You feel me? It's like all of a
Yeah.
sudden, just to beef up the liquidity pool, I'd rather have 20 grand in my pocket that I can fire at the chart if someone
Hmm.
clipped me, than
Yeah.
to sit there. It also, in my opinion, there's a disadvantage when your liquidity pool's really high in reference to your market cap.
Hmm.
It's not as volatile. So now you're actually eliminating some of those high, those traders. They don't really want to jump in something where that's not going to move the needle too much, even with a lot of momentum, because it goes
Yeah.
both ways. It does save you from downside, but it also kind of slows you on the
Prevents you
upside.
from huge growth. Yeah.
So, in my opinion, I think burning is a no-go. I don't think I'll ever change my stance on that.
Yeah.
I don't believe, our liquidity pool is locked, of course. That's something you have to do if you
Hmm.
want to even look decent out there, from a pump fund standpoint. And I would just suggest giving your community members a way to earn resources is so bullish.
Hmm.
And if you really want long-term growth, that's the best route to take. I won't be able to disclose too much with SoulBank with you yet, because they're on my poop list.
Okay. Oh no.
Well, so I'll give you guys the scoop. We first launched with a partnership with SoulBank, and I'm like, they're on the different side of the world, so I'm trying to communicate as best I can. And they launched, they announced the partnership. I'm like, okay, cool, let's
Good.
run it. So we're getting ready to do things, and maybe like a week and a half in, we already had 400 million tokens in there.
Yeah.
And so to reduce some of their risk, they get 2% of the tokens when you get in, and 2% of the tokens when you leave. That's their fee.
Wow.
So when you talk about 400 million tokens going in, they had a decent amount of tokens. Dude, one day it was like $2,000 every 10 minutes, 10 grand on my chart. I'm like,
oh my God,
you guys, what are we doing here? I would have bought them OTC. What are we doing?
Why are you selling them off?
Figured out it was them, right? And they were just like, it was a misunderstanding. They were very apologetic, and then they didn't sell a single token for weeks, even though we went all the way up to today 65 million, 650 million tokens on their chart. So I want to clarify a few things with them before I go,
Punch
crazy
them out.
promoting them.
Dude, that takes balls, man.
People.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, because most people will be like, oh yeah, let's go deal with it. But no, man, that's I mean, listen, I appreciate that. Yeah.
They're down to maybe 3 million tokens. They've already kind of slowly, politely the last time, right? They reached out to us. We got on the same page, and they did it the right way, where they slowly
DCA'd out instead of clipping.
It was still a little aggressive, but they did DCA out. And so they only have a few million left. So we have that protection now, knowing if God forbid they clip on us, we know we got to have reserves on the side for it. But once that 2%'s gone, it's really only when people start to leave would they get any more tokens from us. So it is a safe way to go about it, but you got to be in that mind state to understand that's how they make money. That's how they're able to afford to pay such heavy staking and farming on their platform. You feel me?
Yeah. They got to, it's a vicious circle, snake eating snake kind of mentality. And it is there, right? Tired Dads, what about you? What do you guys do over there? I know, Jay, are you part of the coin tokenomics and stuff?
Yeah, I guess I'm the one person that is basically choosing what we're going to do.
Okay, cool.
Obviously,
as the advisor.
as the advisor. So it's a pump fund launch. So the liquidity is burned and locked. What comes to adding additional liquidity, it's really a big debate, even inside myself.
Right.
Because obviously there are a lot of people, and also because of how the markets are, and a lot of people want to see great and big pumps. And you can only do that when you have low amount of liquidity compared to the price of the token or the market cap of the token. So we're really having kind of like troubles choosing what to do. Obviously, at this stage, when we are sitting around 400K market cap, there's no reason that I would see to add any liquidity, because we want to have a good price impact when someone buys. It also sparks the community up in a lot bigger ways.
Yeah, when you're on the floor, heavy liquidity is barely going to move anything, right?
Yeah.
So you're absolutely right.
And it's really boring. Someone sees you have fat liquidity pool, someone buys in for 20 sol, and you barely see nothing on the market cap.
Little chode of a bot that goes up a little bit. Right?
Depressing for people.
Yeah, it's tough.
But I think it's very important that when you reach a certain market cap and you have a certain amount of daily volume, and there's a lot of trading on the chart, that you really have to add liquidity there in order to stabilize the project and secure the long-term success of the project by doing that.
Million, 2 million, 3 million, you hit the zeros or psychological values, add liquidity to keep it from dropping down below. You have to add, you have to lock and unlock. You got to have like a locking platform. I believe like there's a few things, like people talk about staking and backing and single side staking. That gets you money, right? But and it does work on, like when you're staking and you're doing that stuff, it does lock it temporarily. But truly locking, I think, is the value that I look at the most. But very short clips, right? And they should overlap. Like you should put them in. It's going to cost you. Like with StreamFlow, it's like 0.19 or whatever, 0.15 or whatever it is. But it does cost you. And so it has a price. But at the same time, does it build sentiment? Does it build that network solution for you to keep it from, if it, like, what does one big clipped rate, coin look like if you have no locked? But and when you have locked, what does it look like? It's not really that big of a deal. I appreciate your time with that, Jay, and sharing that, and I hope that there's a lot more to come from this conversation. I'm going to put together a learning center of what liquidity is, the burn, the lock, and the back for each one of you that are here today that contributed. Mr. Quinton, do you have any thoughts on liquidity, since you've been in this industry for not too short of a time, but you're starting to learn more of it? Do you have anything you want to add in?
Honestly, my education on it has not been really fulfilled out. I've learned most of my knowledge on it in this meeting here. So
Okay, yeah. The broadcast of your education starts now.
Exactly. So I don't know if I have anything too refined. Yeah, so I'll probably hold mine for now.
I'll add a little bit. Yeah, go ahead.
I do want to say the last part of what you touched on is very important. I think when you get to where that number is, that you see that consistency, where you kind of have that balance after your double peak, where you can get to, and you kind of, I don't know if it's a dollar amount or a market cap for some people. Like,
yeah,
for us, it's like you want to get it stable once you're kind of at that promised land, but you want to be able to rocket to that promised land first. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a tough part because every coin's different, right? So I'll give you this factor, that each one of these is a stepping stone. There's one part of this that I don't like at all, and I never liked. And I battled one of my previous partners who clipped us for 19 grand, right? So he was always like, you gotta burn it. Let's farm it and burn it and farm it. I'm like, listen, here's what's going to happen. And what we've seen, like the farming thing, I was all for, because it was like, all right, yeah, it'll keep people busy. They'll go in and think. But what we noticed is that I was putting in 3 million supply into a farm. Everybody was pulling it and then fucking selling it, right? Like they were pulling it out and they were selling it, not restaking it, not compounding. Like we were trying to teach people to compound. Some compounded, but then just one day they're like, all right, we're done farming. We made some money and let's go out. And then this bro, he clips out the entire thing of his 19K. But he's like, I'm done. But I noticed that farming has negative connotation to it as well, because unless you're willing to let people sell it off and do that kind of stuff and make money on the way. Single side staking, it even has a thing for like the devs to be able to put money in to a single side stake, and you can put it in there and for every buy, but you can't do it at a low value. It doesn't have any strategic command for you. You're only going to make one SOL, where if it was sitting at 2 million, you'd probably make 20 SOL from it. I think the real thing is a strategic locking pattern, backing the coin with LP, freezing that up yourself if you get SOL, putting in, but don't put it into a farm. If you commit to the LP, you make liquidity coin, and if you lock it at that point, then you're locking liquidity coin. So there's a locking pool for liquidity, and there's a regular single side stake lock that you can do as well. Like there's a lot of stuff. Like I want to put out a whole series on just this. And we're going to do that. Normally I grab something from everybody, but this more is like you teaching me teaching you kind of mentality here. So I appreciate everybody's contribution in this process. Now, we're really running behind today because I love all of you. I want to make sure that if you do have some stuff in here for release, if you got some good alpha, I want you to come out and say that right now. Let's get, excuse me, Memes AI. Let's bring you out first. Thank you very much for the chill portion of this. We'll get that banner up. Let's go into the alpha portion, which I'm very excited on, but I even have to make it quick for myself.
Hey, what's going on, Max? So nothing super relevant like in the offing, 2 days, 3 days from now, but we are, like I talked about earlier, we have community initiatives that we're putting together, trying to get staking organized, so all the stuff you guys just talked about. We've been having conversations as a team in the background. So really keen to kind of network with you guys and soak up some of the knowledge. Obviously, you guys have a lot of experience. Also, I'll just take a second. Ghost, I got my community hitting me up to collab with you or reach out to you. So if you can reach out to us and hit us up in the TG, meet me out on X or something. That'd be awesome, man. We love the vibe. Would love to do something with you guys.
I'm all for it, you guys. I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm not good at social media, believe it or not. So I put my handle there. If you can DM me so I know where to go. I'm better on X than Telegram, but if I got to get to Telegram, I can maneuver there. Trader Max knows I'm not the most responsive on Telegram. You guys
Nah, you're good, brother. That's you at I am Ghost. That's you right there on X.
I have my own company that's on WhatsApp. I got like 100 employees on this. I got 75,000 DMs. I have Telegram, and I have everything you can think of, Discords, and I'm just like,
that's why you're going to be on the Shogun Gun Show, right? The in real life is where all the energy is.
Exactly right. Just come here and network. True. Let's go.
This is why I do daily spaces. I suck at writing, bro. I'm such a good writer, but I don't want to. Dude, I could have said it in 3 seconds. Get me on the mic.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I love it.
We'll find you on X, man. I'll link up with you, dude.
I'm in. More importantly, I'm in Memes AI, and I loved when you were showing me the website. I was blown away. I was like, yo. Let's get some lotto balls moving with some octopi and scare Trader Max one day. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen, if these introductions turn into something alpha-esque, then you better be back here on the show sharing that shit out. That's all I got to say, man. We got you.
Believe it. You can count on that, man.
Thanks, everybody. I appreciate you. Stick around for a simple goodbye here in a moment. Zach, what do you got coming up for Dream Cat, my man?
Yeah, so the book club, I'm going to be everywhere the next few days talking about that. But I think the big thing is what I tell people is just if you buy some dream, buy 20, buy 30, hold the vision that I take on is decades, right? So that sounds cliche. That's how I plan my life. I have the next 3 decades with vision and a goal. So we are long term. But one thing I will give you actually is that, Murad has his own hot list of top Colts. Right. Yeah. So I didn't even touch on the cat collective in today's show. But what I'm going to build out is I'm a big cat investor myself. That's my narrative. I'm going to kind of build my own ranking system on the cats and roll that out as a value resource. We also have in our own Telegram 9 reasons, full paragraph, why cats will be the #1 meme coin meta this bull cycle. That is one of my biggest convictions theses. So I'm going to roll this out. It's going to take time. It's probably like a month, 2 months. But all I can say is we're playing for this whole cycle. We're playing for the long term, and we will have our moment. So just, get yourself a bag and don't worry about price too much. Just hang on to some, and then when it's time, you'll know. So
yeah, it's on our portfolio over at Shogun. So we appreciate that.
I'm loving what I'm hearing. I actually had to throw one shout out actually to Kay from Meme of Thrones because I didn't get to talk to you yet. I just want to say I have a couple friends. I don't know if it was Moonstruck. I don't know if it was the girls and the lady Shill. But I've heard a lot about you. I just followed you like a week ago. Now I'm seeing you. So I look forward to hopping in one of your spaces. It shows how long it takes to go through that progression ladder of hearing about someone and meeting them. So it's nice to meet you. I look forward to popping in the future.
Cool. He's happy. He's smiling. Thank you so much. So speaking of which, Kay, what do you got? You got anything coming? Well, you got some alpha.
Yeah. We have a karaoke space this Saturday, so everybody is invited because Meme of Thrones, we're all about having fun. That's our mission to spread love with our contents, and we're a community of communities. And speaking of Moonstruck, yes, she appeared in our episodes, and we just don't have also the meme characters as part of MOT. Like we feature the people that we love in the space as well. So yes, Moonstruck is my friend. She's part of the community, and yeah, come join with us in our karaoke space this Saturday. We have it every weekend, and the next week we have a mega space, which is like a Got Talent show. Like we invite projects. Like, okay, let us know about you. Like, why would we have you in our show? Like, which character would you like to portray? Because Game of Thrones, there's a lot of characters in there, and there's a lot to be filled up as well. So it's just for fun. Like instead of the typical shilling of your project, you kind of chill, and at the same time, like, why would you be part of the MOT series? So I actually have reposted it in our X page right now. So at Solana MOT. So just head over to our X page and you can find the karaoke space link, and then to the Gem Hunters or the Mega Space, which be held next week. So yeah, that's the alpha for today. Thank you.
I want to be Hold'em. I want to be Hold the Door. That's who I want to be. I just want to hold the door. No? Nobody? Okay. All right. I feel so bad. I feel like I need like a pause button, like just stop me, just shut me up, please. But thank you so much, Kay, for being here. I love the coin and the community, especially nothing says community like karaoke. Let's go, baby. I'm a lounge lizard from a long time ago. It's all good. Who did I get? Everybody? Nope. Ghost buddy, come on. What do you got? I know you got some good stuff. Under promise, over deliver, as you do.
Hey, I appreciate that. Yeah, I really don't like alpha because of that. I feel like it always creates a buy the rumor, sell the news event. So I'm always like,
well, you're walking
I'll
alpha,
tell you
dude.
this.
You are walking alpha. You know, you being in a room, being as bullish and being on our show, people see it, they know something's up, and just you coming in a way that you network and work the room and work the process. Whatever, man. You know, you are awesome. Just keep
I am blessed. Let me tell you, I am blessed. I swear to you, I am blessed. I made a promise when people said, "Man, you're so good at speaking." I made a promise I'd use it for the better good, bro. You know what I mean? Like that's just been my whole ideology of life. Do unto others what you want others to do unto you. It's just that simple. But I'll tell you this: you brought up karaoke. Tonight is Thursday, right? Yeah, Thursday. Yeah. So every Thursday we have lottoke. So we do crazy giveaways. Yeah. Now it's not your typical karaoke though. Okay.
No, it's not.
It's super dope. Super
You have to
great
sing while
way.
burping.
Nah, it's even crazier. You ain't ready.
Okay. Oh no.
You know, there's a lot of fart meta right now, right?
I was gonna say, is it to the other end?
No, I'm
Too
playing.
funny.
What it is though is it's cool. Like we'll pick a theme. It'll be like, 90s pop, and everybody can grab a mic. Usually a good 20 people are trying to participate. You get 5,000 lotto tokens for every round you move on, and then there's usually a 25,000 lotto for the grand prize. But what it is we pick a genre, we press play, we let it play out, and as soon as you think you know the lyrics to the song, you got to throw up an emoji on Spaces. So if you throw up the emoji, the first two people that throw up an emoji, then I pause the music and I say, "Okay, Zach, okay, Kay, you guys say you know the lyrics?" They're like, "Yes." "Okay, you guys are heads up. No one else can throw up any emojis." I'm going to press play, and then the song starts to play, and then I'm going to randomly pause it. You got to hit me with at least 4 words in a row when I pause it. And the only way to determine who's going between Zach and Kay would be the first emoji to be thrown up once I press pause.
I like
and
that.
So if Kay's like, "I know it, hit me with your best shot," and then I press play to verify, and it's like, "Hit me with your best shot." Kay moves
Come
on
on,
to the
hit me
next
with
round.
your best shot.
Kay
I'm going to be
moves
playing
on to
this
the
game now.
Let's go. Kay will move on to the next round. She'll get 5,000 lotto tokens for that. And Zach would be like, "Want, motherfucker, want, motherfucker, want." You're out. Yeah. And we do that until it's heads up, single.
That's cool.
And it's really fun. So that's tonight at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard is when we start. We always start our spaces at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard on my page at IamGhost_AF. And I always do a thrill for the shill of it. Shill for the thrill of it, I should say. Shill for the thrill of it. And that's usually an hour. So we'll talk a little bit about Lotto. We let anybody open mic come up, talk about the project they're in love with, whether they're a dev or a team member. And then after that, we go into the karaoke.
Cool.
But that's your alpha for tonight.
I appreciate it. I love it. I don't know if I'm going to make it tonight because I'm headed off to the docks today.
Hey,
but
I promise you, I tell you this every time. Don't worry.
I know.
Ain't going
I got
nowhere,
you.
right? Anytime it's perfectly convenient, you stop in and then you're going to be a regular. That's how
I'm never going to leave. That's my problem. I'm just going to never leaving. I'm going to turn into a lotto ball. All right. Let's bring up Jay. Jay, what do you got for any alpha coming up?
Well, we don't actually have any alpha coming up in next 2 weeks. The latest alpha we just established 4 minutes before I hopped into the StreamYard and came into the back room. We had a conversation with another person, and that conversation led us to have something that is going to set a very safe foundation for the project and ensure its long-term success, financially and visibility wise. But that's all I can share about that. people can take it however they want. But
I'm gonna make something happen. That's gonna make things happen, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
There's some sizzle. It's all good. I don't have the pencil bar mustache. I can't do it. I'm choking all over the place. Jay, thank you so much for the very vague but possible alpha. Pre-alpha. It's like premature alpha. That's what you I don't know. I was going to say something rude, but that's all good. Thanks, Jay. I appreciate being here. Now, listen, I normally would just jump right in and tell you all the great things that we're doing, what we're building. But we have so much. There's so many things happening. What's releasing? We already released yesterday the launch pad. We have a coin launching on this Saturday. I can't tell you the name of it, but what I can tell you is that we're going to do we'll probably be doing a show during our Saturday show. We'll release how well it did because it's going to be launching before our show using our launch pad system. We also have, we were hoping to have it done by tomorrow, but it's probably going to be looking by Monday, our new version of our Anvil bot. Now, as we talked before, our Anvil bot has the ability to make trades, do whatever it is, but it costs you a subscription to be able to do. It's very expensive. It's like a soul a week, and it's very expensive, but it's worth it. But the problem is like a lot of people out there, you know, especially smaller coins, you don't got that capital, right? It's not that you're the big giant capital that's there. So we take one on the chin a little bit, and we try to help people as much as possible make their idea a success. But how can we do that when we're charging so much for a bot? Yes, the servers are expensive. Yes, the container systems that we have, so we have scalability, is expensive. But what we needed to do, we wanted to make it more in volume than just in a single bunch of people. Where we have maybe 100 people that are using it right now, we could easily get tens of thousands in there. And so what we've done is that we have taken it where we have gotten a process that's no longer going to be a subscription, but you're just going to come in, you're going to put your money in, and you're going to pay a certain amount per transaction, basically. And it's 0.05 per transaction, which is super powerful because it's not a lot of money per transaction. And because the bot makes you money, you can easily afford it in that process, and you can keep using it. So the more volume that you deliver to us, the more money we make, but the more volume you get. So what a beautiful circle. And especially if it makes you money as your coin's going up, you'll easily be able to afford it. So it will work itself. It'll eat itself. It'll do certain things, but it won't just make it all go away. Like standard volume bots have this thing where you put in 3 SOL, it gives you a bunch of volume, and you got nothing left, right? That's the standard of a lot of stuff out there. Ours does that as well on the Tsunami system, but it just makes it makes it actually go longer because we've done the same thing in transactional. We know the volume goes longer, where others will give you 30,000, we give you 50. Under promise, over deliver, right, Ghost? So the concept here for the Anvil bot coming out this way is one. And the other thing is that we had within our Anvil bot that's right now, you only have one account. Like if I go, excuse me, if I go and get it, I can only go to my Shogun coin, right? And I go to my Shogun coin, I got one wallet, it trades one wallet to every action. But now my one account, I can have up to 10 wallets. And I can go to either the same coin with 10 different wallets. Now, you got to fund every one of those wallets. Don't get me wrong, right? Because we don't want to make it to some fake memory to something like, look, there are 75 new holders of the wallet. Nope, you're not going to get that. But you will get 10. Okay, yes, you can pay for more. You can do all that stuff, but that'll be version 3. But in version 2, you'll have multiple wallets, so you can do so. You put a little SOL in each. You make each one do its own little thing, and it'll trade from all 10 wallets. And why is that important? Because that's going to give you value of condition, but it's still your money. It's still the network's money. But now also, I can also change tokens. So for those that are in multiple coins and you want to buy volume along the way, or you want to buy SOL from that, you want to DCA in to another token, you want to do any traders are going to love this system. They're going to use it to buy and DCA on multiple coins and multiple levels. So now one account can have multiple coins and multiple wallets. So when I say it's a true market maker system, it is. And that's what it's here for. But now it's going to be available for everybody, not just the person who can afford 1 SOL a week or put $5,000 in the bot and make great volume, but anybody, small market cap coins can put a half a SOL in. And if they only run 10 cents a time, I don't care that I'm getting 0.05% of 5 cents. I don't care. It's something, and you're contributing, but you're being able to use it. And it does work for you. So I hope to see you in that process. That's my alpha. And I think we've kind of pushed, this is the latest show we've ever had, 2.5 hours almost. but boy, am I so lucky to be around all of you. We got everybody up here. I'm going to give everybody a shot here just to kind of say goodbye to all your people. Please tell your everybody out there. I was trying to stall. I was really not too. It's 2,397. Let me see. Can we wait? Do we got this here? Let's all wait together. Let's have a look at it. Let's cheer them on. Let's get somebody's mother-in-law up there. Wait, no, bring. Oh, wait. 2,399, 2,400. There it is, baby. A big old giant number. Loving it. Right there. 2,400 people. Just a lot of 1,068. Not your all-time high, but still pretty damn near close. Tired, that's 250. Swade's not even here, and he's contributing to the process of 171 people. All 171 of you members over there watching from Swade Stuff. Thank you so much, Swade AI Swade. 250 from Tired Dad, 11 from Trader Matt, Dreamcat Solana 43. Thank you so much for every single person that has been there in that process. We can't thank you enough. But let me go down the margin here and get everybody in. Memes AI, thank you so much. Why don't you come out and say goodbye to your community and to the show? We appreciate you being here.
Hey, thanks for having us, Max. Appreciate it. Swarm, appreciate your support here. The rest of the projects, grateful to share the stage with you guys. You are awesome. Thanks for your time.
You're welcome, man. Thank you. Kay, why don't you come out and jump out and say hi or goodbye to all your communities? God, I hate when people put me in communities. I can't stand it. So go ahead. What do you got for us?
So yeah, I just want to say thank you for inviting us here again, and I'm looking forward to reconnect with the beautiful or handsome, I say handsome panelists here in your show, and especially to Zach. It's good to have a common friend.
Especially for Zach. That's a lot. Wow.
No, because we have a common friend, Moontrap.
At least two.
And
Someone else recommended you too. So yeah.
yeah, like it's easier to be comfy with people when he is a friend of your friend, right? Like especially in this space, like it's full of scammers and bad actors, and we are all here trying to push this movement of legit projects, trying to make something out of space, that this is a safe place. I mean, there's nothing to be scary about because we have good people like everybody else in here. So yeah, that's and I hope everybody will join us in our karaoke space as well. And for Ghost, I'll try because I have a next appointment with Empress space. I'm already late as well, but yeah, thank you, Trader Max, for having us always, and shout out to Shane, and thank you.
No, you're welcome. You're welcome. Your ugly host says thank you as well for being here. That's all right. All right, so. Ghost, what do you got for us, buddy?
Oh man, I just want to say thanks for having me. Obviously, I think I'm supposed to be here Saturday, so I'm super excited.
It's the Ghost Show. It's the Ghost, the Max and Quinton Show.
Hey, I'm just saying. I think this might be like 4 in a row, and I'm here.
I know,
it, bro.
man.
You know what I mean?
I love it, dude.
It's amazing, bro. Just the chemistry is awesome, and I definitely just enjoyed. Again, not to undermine any projects you've ever had on here, because you've had some killer projects on here.
Yeah.
This cast today, man, was just, I almost feel like A-list celebrities, bro. I think everyone had a really good, either it was like, damn, their coins, heavy in the market cap, or they got a lot of heartfelt, passion in their actual projects. And that's just, this space is full of negativity. Everyone thinks it's so ugly. It's not. You just got to really look for the things that you find beautiful. And I think you are literally supplying that. So shout out to you, man. I do want to say, I'm excited with Memes AI. I'm excited with Tired Dad. I'm excited with Dreamcat. I obviously want to do collabs with you guys. MOT, Memes of Thrones. Trust me, I got people that do Pokemon cards and every other thing. So I know they like cards and shows and series, and let's get these communities together and let's see what we can do together, man, because I think that's what it comes down to. As always, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys for tapping in. Lotto Fam Bam, you guys are literally the greatest community to be a part of. So damn proud. Yes. And thank you so much for always showing up and showing out.
Brother, your community is one of the hardest working communities I see in our show all the time. Every single time you guys come in, you're there. And as a community goes, I'm looking right at you, Lotto community. I'm going to be over there one day, and I'm never leaving. And then I'll be on that side, shilling myself. I don't know. But we'll have fun. You better be fair warned. If I start winning stuff, I better not be kicked out. That's all I got to say.
Hey, let me tell you something. I'm the most competitive one there is.
Yeah.
But when someone else wins every once in a while,
It's okay.
I
You
show,
let it
I show
happen.
love.
Okay.
No, I'm serious, bro. I can't let anybody win. I really can't. I'm like sick, bro. I got 3
It's okay.
daughters, and I'm winning. You know. But no, dude.
Yeah, arm wrestle me right now. Let's go.
Yeah, dude. Come play poker. Come do karaoke. Come
You got
just
it.
chop it up about life, man. You have such an uplifting spirit about you, man. I think that's why we hit it off since day one.
Yeah,
You can shed some light, dude. A different perspective, a different, really just a different delivery mechanism is always helpful in my community.
Yeah.
When people come up and start telling their stories, it's just amazing. So
It's a long
anytime.
story. But Zach, thank you very much, Ghost. We appreciate you. Love you very dearly. Zach,
Love
what do you
you
got
too.
for us? Any final words for you?
Yeah. Shout out to YOLO and AI Wolf, who when I was doing my Shill, I saw them over there. They both shouted us out and showed us love for the positivity. Yeah. I saw Mark popped in here as well. Thank you so much to you, Trader Max, for having us as a host. It's very well put together. I felt the same vibes that was shared. I felt like, in a sense, I mean, I've met you for the second time. I've heard of Game of Thrones, but somehow it still felt, maybe it's because the trenches and things are quiet, but it still felt like we all knew each other and that it was a great vibe. And I felt more like friendship, like not to be weird about it, but maybe you guys felt the same vibes. It was just like, oh, I'm appreciating the conversation. I'm appreciating the connections. I feel, you think like meme coins or I guess the space in a whole is kind of degen. And I'm like, maybe I'm wrong. Like there seems to be some good people in here. And just really appreciate the vibes. Love it. So met some great people, connected. I dropped some follows. Johnny Swade too. He left. Seems like a great guy. I gave him a follow. He's probably
so
hard
busy.
to get in front of, but seems like a nice guy as well.
Yeah, most definitely. He can contribute a lot. Like there's a lot of information behind that man's voice in that level. So it's always good. So we give him props out there as well. And to the Swade Nation that's out there, thank you so much for being here. But Dreamcat, thank you so much, Zach. We appreciate you. Mr. Quentin, Jay, do you have anything last you want to say?
I just want to thank you for giving a place for the people to connect with similar-hearted and minded people. It's really amazing. Always happy to be here. So whenever you have a spot open, I will fill it if I'm available.
Thank you very much. That means a lot to us because sometimes we get into that jam. Like Ghost has filled up a bunch of spots for us over the last several days. And sometimes now it's almost like a prerequisite. Like we fill around Ghost, right? Because this man, again, you think I'm positive. Yeah. If you think I have positivity, he is the heart behind my positivity. Trust me. There's nothing that we can't do. If him and I were just in a room, just us, and the world was ending, we could probably fix it in a couple of hours. It'd be fine. That's how I feel about this, man. But Jay, thank you so much for being here. Tired Dads is a big part of our community and our network. And I know there's a lot of trials and tribulations with this market and what's happening, but keep a stiff upper lip, keep going forward. That's what we'll do. We'll be there for you as well. Count on us to be there when you need. Mr. Quentin, buddy, in all this time, we keep saying you got to come out, we got to talk more, we got to do all that stuff. But what you do behind the scenes, I want everybody to know that this young man sits in a completely other room in the house. And of course, I'm not saying that because he lives with me, but I think I live more with him than he lives with me. But this man has, and I say man, he's 20 years old and he's a hardworking man. And what he does behind the scenes is all this is happening. Like you hear bells and whistles and things going on. He's keeping things fresh. He's keeping the conversations going. He knows what's going on behind. He's running the stream. But dude, everything that you're doing in our community is on. I don't have enough love for you at that point, even though you are my kid. If you weren't, I would owe you too much money.
Thank you. Yeah, I know.
Slave labor.
I get so much from it, definitely from being with the people here, being able to see everyone inside of the show as well. It's even though I don't get paid, it's worth it 1,000%.
Oh, you get paid, bitch. Don't be lying. You get paid. You get paid. You see my food bill? It's paid. You're paid.
Right? Exactly.
Underpaid and over-delivered.
Underpaid and over-delivered. Right? That's another good value. I got to get a t-shirt underpaid and over-delivered. That's nice. I love it. But thanks, Mr. Quentin. I call him Mr. Quentin. I want you to know too, and I'm going to probably dox you here a little bit. Quentin is a second-degree black belt in Kempo. And of course, I'm his teacher in that network. But he also teaches. He's taught over 1,400 classes in our network. He has kids, he has adults, he has families. He's an inspiration to a lot of people. So when I and look at the value of things that I bring to the table, and I have a byproduct of such a wonderful person, I know I'm in the right area. I know I'm doing the right thing. And it's because of that he takes the learnings of what we do from not just me, but from all of you. This kid learns from all of you as well. And as well as I do. I never stop learning. Like hearing how Zach talks in sales and hearing how Ghost talks into building a relationship and memes about the network he has and the fun stuff with Mott, you know, in Kay. And even Jay's world of being an outsider insider of Tired Dad and being a supporter of them. I learn every single show. So I want to say thank you to all of you for helping teach me how to be a better me at the same time that I help teach you to be a better you. And always look at the outcome that everything is workable. Everything is fixable. You're not a byproduct of what happens to you, but what you do from what happens to you. Keep that in mind. That's the biggest life lesson that I can give all of you. I have suffered through cancer. I have fought I've been in 2 wars. I've done 2 tours in Afghanistan, 1 in Iraq. I have done so much in my life. I think because I'm afraid to go to the big man upstairs or downstairs, either one, and be like, I don't know what I did with my life. I know exactly. It'll take them so long to get through the big thing and like, okay, you've done this and this and this and this and this. Jesus Christ, how much have you done? And it's okay, because either way I go, it's going to be a long list. Trust me. But I want to thank all of you for being here today. 2,465 people. One last little live screen, little chat here. 2,465 people done in such a beautiful fashion. Right there. There's the proofs in the pudding is in eating. 1,100. If I would have talked for another 20 minutes, we'd probably get to that 1,200 all-time high for you, Ghosts. But 1,100, brother. Thank you so much for bringing it to it. As everybody, please stick around for the backstage here real quick. Everybody else, thank you so much. And we have this saying here, the best revenge is living well. I wish that heart worked at the last second. That would have been awesome. But the best revenge is living well. So go live life well. Take care. Have a great day. For everybody from Shogun, we'll see you next time.
Cheers, everyone.